as we are back, not just in Orhearth, but in a room, the room of a wizard. Yes, that's right. You carried on, or you investigated further your lead from the Votanus Institute to go and find out what was happening with these scrolls that had been stolen. You'd done some initial work to find out who had stole them, or who they potentially thought had stolen them, how they had stolen them. Interviewed, mildly harassed some of the students, some of the wizarding students. Then found via Gallon, your black market contact from Redvant, where he had got scrolls from in the past, setting up a meet to purchase a bestow curse scroll that had been created, and on making the exchange, as a spider, Von Van managed to make his way back to the home of the old wizard Jim Darkmagic, who was indeed the young child Horatio surname to be remembered in the notes. And you'd spied via little creepy crawly spiderness that he was inducting some kind of magical spell or ritual with a ritual circle painted out on his floor. You went back and found the rest of your comrades and stormed the house. Faywin had the good sense to check for traps and found the house, whilst in pristine, was littered with traps.
Can I point out that Faywin wanted to go away and come back tomorrow originally?
Originally, Faywin did want to go away and come back tomorrow, which would have been too late. But also stops you all getting fireballed about 7 times, or firebolted a few times.
I will kill Zaga.
You can, I mean, if you want, we can go straight in, you can kill Zaga. So yes, you had pushed through. Von charged in, bit the young wizard as he was trying to undertake his spell, and a fight ensued, ending with the killing of the slaying of the wizard Horatio, as his body lay dead on the floor, blood spilling across the ritual circle. It started to twist, and out of the carcass came an aberration, a beast morphing out. I did describe it as fullback. I've made these squares really quite large, so you should be able to move around quite easily. There's me, /Arthur. As you, in the tiny back bedroom where the ritual was being cast, this aberration has appeared. It is a skin flesh monster. The robes of the wizard have completely disappeared as this large mouth appears. No eyes on the face, and as you look, you can see that it has 7 appendages in total, 3 legs, 2 front legs and 1 back leg, like a reverse Robin, right? The large mouth, and then these tentacle-like arms, not dissimilar to the ones you'd seen on a displacer beast in shape and size alone, apart from instead of being like panther black fur, they are just skin. This is just human skin across the whole of this aberration. One eye, as you kind of move around, the saliva dripping down, the mouth open up, Von in front. You can see of these appendages moving around, there is one that kind of comes up like a tail up and over the head. And as that one rolls forward, you see on that one does appear to be its eye stalk. So it does have some eyes and can see here. This thing isn't completely blind. So as this thing shakes off, we will go straight back into initiative. It turned. So, up next on initiative order was Otter. Zaga, you are on deck, and then Arta at the top of the round, who I shall be piloting to whatever you guys best so wish, or I decide. Otter, you on the bed.
Can I move round so I'm within 5 feet of Von?
You can indeed. Can you, to start with, though, give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
That'd be a 17.
17 saves. As you move round, tippy-toeing off the bed, stepping over some of the scrolls, the stench in this room is disgusting. Multiple Frenchy dog farts in a room, giving off this horrible stench of decay and just not even sewage, like dead body decay after many days. It's so strange. Fills your nostrils, but you manage to cough it out and make the saving throw. Where would you like to move? Round to next, alongside Von?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It's only 5 foot.
And then
the bed's not that tall.
I'll use Thunderstep to take Von to the back of the room near the door.
Nice. How? Fun stuff. Do you have to know where you're going? So you want to come like back here? It has to be somewhere you can see.
I don't know if it's know where you're going or whether it's where you see.
Yeah.
No, see within range.
See within
which is
range.
90 foot.
Okay. Okay. So you want to go just to the back of the hallway, or try and squeeze down this? I can let you squeeze down the alleyway.
Down the alleyway.
Yeah. Nice. So you cast. Follow the step. Appear back. That does damage to where you've left in an area.
Yeah, 10 foot.
Nice. 10 foot.
Within 10 foot of me.
So within 10 foot of you.
Is it 10?
Check
Let me
it.
just double check it.
Yeah.
Yeah, within 10 feet.
That's. That's everyone. Because you've got Zaga, who was within 5 foot, and then the other side of the door is Faywin and Arta. 5, 10, yeah. They're all only from where you were. 5, 10, 5, 10. Yeah. So is everyone making saving throws? Or is it just damage?
Yeah, save and throw.
Saving.
What one? Sorry, what one was it?
Save and throw 15. Constitution.
Con.
Con.
Con. That is a
Zaga has failed.
dirty 20 for the beast. And. Oh, God. Do you know how long it's been since I've navigated a character sheet in D&D Beyond? Con save. That is a dirty 20 for Arta as well. You're welcome. 2 dirty 20s this side. What's your Feynman?
18.
That's a success as well. So, what's the damage?
I'm just calculating now.
Calculating.
18 points on a fail. Thunder damage. 9 on a save.
9 on a save. Oh,
Zaga is not.
nice. Right, I'm going to do Arta's health.
And then, can I move? So I've moved what 5 foot off the bed.
Yep.
And
You
then,
5 foot off the bed and then you teleport.
Yeah, so I want to move 25 foot forward towards the door.
These are massive squares just because the map allows it. So 5, 10,
Yeah.
15 gets you here. Behind.
Is that within 30 feet of the monster?
5, 10, 15, 20, yeah.
Yeah, I'll move that.
You've also got Zaga in front of you.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'll use my bonus action to Hexblade curse the beast.
Nice. Cool. Hex blades curse. Oh, I've got my finger stuck inside my. Nice. So that is and Hex blade curse works just for your attacks.
Yeah, just for
Version,
mine,
yeah,
I can
nice.
crit on a 19 or 20, and I get +3 to damage rolls.
Oh, I'm going to kill you first. Nice, as you hex the beast. As you can see, this thing is just getting its footing in this small room. It's a large aberration, so it takes up essentially 20 foot, 4 squares. So it is crushing the room and just ripping stuff down in here as its appendages rabble around. The stench starting to make its way outside the door. As Zaga, you are up. Technically, it takes up those 4 squares. No, because you would have been within 5 foot for it to protect you. Zaga, you need to roll a con save to start your turn.
This one's an 18.
18, you pass. Again, that stench, and you're stood in the doorways. This thing's moving around. Its mouth is like the size of you as it breathes out. That's the dirty, smelly, wet dog that's just eaten some stinky poo hits you, but you managed to again save from being poisoned.
Firstly, Zaga is pissed off that he took damage from the teleport.
It's pretty good.
Secondly, he looks around behind him to try and back up away from this beast and notices he's boxed in by the rest of his party, which makes him doubly pissed.
What, you mean you can't run away? That's a shame. You can. So
and-
moving through allies just takes an extra 5 foot.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah. As long as they're willing. So unless they're actively blocking you, which Arthur definitely is. So
Faerun is too, I think.
You're not running away from this one.
stay in there. Come on, come fight it.
From looking at the giant ball bag monster thing,
Yep.
Zaga wants to see if he can ascertain any weaknesses it might have from the sight of it.
Okay.
Zips.
And from anything he may have heard about magical ball bag skin creatures.
Nice.
It's got a weakness to zips, right?
Sharp blades. They're really dangerous. Nice. Roll an Arcana check. The DC will be quite high because you are a bard, and you are
14
from the Isles. You 14. I'd say with 14 you get a strong sense from the stench and the fact that you succeeded a con save that this thing is emitting some kind of poison, so probably is resistant to poison, because if something is creating poison it probably doesn't get damaged by poison.
Okay. And for his turn, Zaga will attempt to cast Slow on the back of the room there, where the beast is.
Nice. Okay, what saves that?
Wisdom.
Oh, it's a wise aberration. That's a 4.
That will be a fail.
That is a fail. Slow concentration?
Slow is concentration. And yeah, I will attempt to back up as far as I fucking can from that beast now that I've slowed it. 30, so 25 if I'm moving through.
So as you move, you will move out of its range for its tentacle, which is 10 foot. So it's going to take an opportunity attack before you get away because it can grapple.
Brilliant.
That was a wild ride. That is a 19.
Can I try cutting words? Can it hear?
Can. Can it? It just has to hear, right? Not understand.
Let me double check.
Because you have to say mean things to it, and it's a ball bag.
It doesn't even say it needs to hear me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It does say as long as it's not immune to being charmed.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so roll a d8.
Doesn't slow stop it from reactions?
Oh, it might do. Yeah, look.
Good point. I thought it just did AC and.
Speed is halved. -2 penalty to AC and Dex saving throws. Can't use reactions.
Oh, well, there you go. It doesn't even hit you.
On its turn, can use either an action or bonus action, not both, regardless of abilities or magic items, and it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Well.
Some stuff about casting spells. But yeah, I'll back the fuck up then.
Back the fuck up. So, your full speed is 25?
It's 30, but 25 with them there.
Oh, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. We can get alongside Von. Nice. So, yeah, you see the tentacle go to move, but, I mean...
I'll say hello to Bon Bon when I get back there.
The scuttering back. Round to the top. I'm going to put Arta at the end, just so you guys can decide what he goes before the thing goes. So Faerun, you're up, then Von. Yeah, Faerun, then Von. Yeah, because it's Arta, Faerun, Von, but there's no point in me going now without just throwing. If I throw Arta into the mix and you guys run away, I feel pretty bad. So I'll let him go last. Not that bad.
On the right hand side of where I am, where there's that cabinet, is there a window there to look out onto the balcony bit? Yeah.
No, this is internal. So the building, so that it is like a flat block. So you imagine this is like the opposite side of another flat apartment, wherever they are. So yeah, it's pretty grim. All the windows at the front where you set the curtains on fire. Internally here, these are pretty dingy apartments. They're not very nice.
Okay. Can I cast Hunter's Mark on it then?
Yeah, I think you had a concentration thing on. Oh, was that for Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hunter's Mark.
I think it's too late for that.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, I'll cast that. And then I'm just gonna attack it.
Luckily, he's got loads of appendages, so I can.
First one is 22 to hit.
22 hits, and this thing's got a minus AC for now, hasn't it? Yeah.
And then second one is 18 to hit.
Yep, both hit.
Okay. So first lot of damage is 10.
Yep.
Second lot is 9.
Yep.
And then Hunter's Mark is 6.
6. Nice. Cool.
And then I'm going to move back as far as I can. I think, as my estimations are, that I can then go in the other room.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you will lose sight of it, obviously.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Can I go there? And then, did we leave the front door open?
I don't know. I don't think you did you?
I'm not sure.
No one specifically said that you were.
I would assume if we're breaking into a flat, we'd close it behind
you. Close it behind you, yeah. I would
Yeah.
assume you were closing it behind you.
Logic says we.
Yeah.
Can I use a free thing just to have perception to see if I can hear commotion outside?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whether this stinky mouth thing is.
Yep. Give me a perception check.
12.
12. From outside, from local, yes, you can hear. I mean, the walls blew with ice storms, so this whole front wall was all caved in by an ice spell from the wizard. Then, obviously, this beast stinks and is moving around. Plus, the thunder step makes noise as well, right, Otter?
Yeah, and
there's been enough that you can hear people are out trying to look. Well, as you look towards the front, you can see a couple of like curtain twitchers opposite way around, looking and trying to see what's going on because a lot of noise is coming from. Further than that, you'll have no idea, but you definitely know that neighbours and people in this block are starting to move, starting to panic. Whether they're fleeing yet, I doubt, but depends what other noise comes from.
Mackenzie's watching us.
Yeah, there's a fuck Mackenzie's. Nah, because they've left the house and they're looking in. They're not doing it from theirs.
Okay, so then I'll just shout back to Von and Saga. I think we're drawing attention to this. And that's it.
Cool. Von, you're up. Art is next, so if you wanted healing.
Aren't you low health?
Yeah.
I mean,
up to you.
I mean, that's not the hardest thing.
Just bloodied.
Okay.
I'd say. What's the size of that room?
5, 10, 15, 20. 20 by 20.
20 by 20. How would it work for a 20-foot radius on the ground?
What do you mean?
Like, if I was to put it on where he is, does it go outside to the ground outside, or does it...
Depends on what it is.
Spike. I was thinking about doing spike growth.
Spike growth. Oh. Would
it work on... I mean, I guess it'd work on flooring, right?
I don't think spike growth says it has to be on...
The actual...
Has to be on terrain outside, right? I don't think it does.
Doesn't say that, no.
So no, it would cover...
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it would cover everywhere that is within that radius.
So it would go on this floor here, but be on the actual floor outside.
What do you mean by the actual floor outside?
Like, the
You wanna make it
ground
massive?
outside of the apartment block.
As in like the neighbours' houses? Or
Oh,
are
yeah,
you trying to...
other houses, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Because left and
Other
right.
houses
So
the
the
other
reason
side.
these are blacked out is like essentially imagine this
Yeah.
flipped round. This is someone else's house. That's someone else's. So this is just like you're having a fight in a flat block.
Yeah, so the back bit behind the monsters is another house as well.
Yeah. So they might find. It doesn't say it doesn't go. Does it say it doesn't go through doors?
Okay.
Transmission
No.
to the ground camouflage.
It doesn't.
So yeah, other people are going to end up with spikes and thorns in their houses, but you can't see that, nor will you really have to deal with it.
I'm not going to do that in case I kill someone else in the room.
There was a small baby playing on the floor. Takes 2d4 piercing damage. You killed a baby. There was a small hamster. You killed the hamster.
In that case, I am gonna. Can I get in line of sight of it where either Otter or Arta aren't in my way? Would I have to go round them to get?
You can take you can take the AC, but the AC you'll be adding on is the AC that's already been taken off for slow. So it's getting a +2 boost and then a -2 boost. Yeah. Because you can get in this square, see it cross through the open door.
Fire between them if I wanted to.
Yeah. Just 10 foot forward.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna cast guiding bolt through them at it.
Nice. Guiding bolt.
Oh, that is terrible. That is a 9.
9 does not hit. So you fire off. Radiant energy into the room. Radiant energy doesn't set stuff on fire, right?
I think so.
Sparks.
Never
this
have
room is
done
full of
before.
candles and incense. Radiant energy sets it up. Nice. Okay. Guiding bolt fires off. Moving back. Stay where you are.
Fantastic. That's done nothing. Can I? I've got one on there. I'm going to drink that basic healing potion.
Nice. So roll for roll from when you're in combat, bonus action, but outside of combat you can take full.
Yeah. That gives me 6 health back.
6 health back.
Yeah.
Nice. Moving back, or you staying there?
I'm going to step back to where I was before.
Nice. Arta is up. Did you want healing from Arta? Because the only thing he can really do is step forward and attack it, but she's going to be dangerous.
I mean, yeah, that would be nice. Unless anyone else needs it.
No.
Nice, cool. He's going to step back and do a guiding bolt instead. In true Arta stuff, no joking. That would be funny though. Do you want healing? Cool. Right, I'll do guiding bolt instead. I'm going to use this last second level. Cure wounds, the touch one, right? Yeah. Go on, D&D Beyond. Do your bitsness. Oh, God, that didn't look good. 9. You get 9 points of healing.
Okay.
As he, I suppose, steps back to still be in front of you two, but to lay a hand on, taking like a defensive position with not much else to do on there, just to wait and see again as the frontline fighter that he loves to be, if this thing's going to come out and charge. It is the beast goes. Slow is just the bitch, right? There's no save. The creature attempts.
You get a saving throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, is it the end of the turn? Okay, good. I just want to check. I thought it was the one where it was like, there's no saving throws, you just have this.
No, that's
Hypnotic pattern.
Oh, it's even worse. I think I took that on Baldur's Gate and it's trash. It's like, that's not how I remember it. So this thing is half speed. It has 3 legs and can only take an action or a bonus action.
And 1 attack only, yeah.
And 1 attack if it's got multi-attack.
Yeah, if it's got multi-attack, it's still only 1 attack.
Oh, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean, its biggest issue is going to be 5, 10.
Can it fit through the door?
No, so it's going to have to use
Takes the wall down with it.
20. It's going to have to break down what is already there. So yeah, you see as it slowly ambles its way towards under the spell, it has decent movement. So it still gets rounded down 20 foot. So it's going to use an extra. It's going to use an extra 5 to. You see as the arms, the stalk, the eye stalk. It's kind of got its eyes on you, Otter, as it comes through, and these other stalks that appear around and smash in, and then you see with the front foot just kicks in as this thing like almost like flops and rolls round and ends up in the main hallway right up next to you. But it's got itself out the door, so it's used an extra 5 foot. But this is a small room, so I'm lucky that it didn't need to run too far. It's going to take 1 attack against you then. It is close enough. It's just going to try and bite you. There's no point. If it's only got one thing to do, might as well go for a bite. That is a 16.
Misses.
Ooh, should have rerolled that properly. Nice. That's all it can do. Then it is round to the top again.
Wisdom saving throw for it.
Oh, yeah, wisdom saving throw. Otter, you are next. Oh, that's a 5 on the dice. This dice is just going to be parked for a second. Otter, you're up. You've just missed a bite from the beach. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw, please? You are within 10 foot of it. Oh, I should.
This is not to maintain concentration, is it? It's just
no
poison.
No, you only have to do it if you get hit.
Yeah, that's just double check. 21.
21 saves. Nice. The vile stench. You are used to it now. You are free to go.
Can I target like one of the tire things specifically?
You can. Yeah, you can try and take out one of its stalks if you want. So yeah, so legs, tentacles, or the single eye stalk.
I'll go for the eye stalk.
Okay, it has an increased AC, but obviously it's got decreased as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's not very good. That'll be 10 for the first attempt.
10 does not hit.
Dirty 20 for the
Dirty
second.
20, yep, hits.
That'll be 12 for bludgeoning.
12 bludgeoning damage. Nice. Cool.
And I'll take a bonus action to dual wield again at the eye stalk.
Nice.
That'll be a 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Uh, 3 points of slashing.
3 points of slashing. Nice. That is enough. As you slash across the eyeball, you see it just reel up and wriggle around as this thing it appears to be. The eye stalk appears to be damaged. Very damaged, as in its eyes not open anymore.
Nice. That's me done.
That is you done. 2 rounds. Zaga, you're up.
I want to maintain concentration on slow for as long as possible.
Sorry, I need that damage for my X-Blade Curse.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be an extra 6 points over the 2 attacks.
Nice.
Although if the eye's gone anyway.
Yeah. You want to maintain slow, so you're going to run away, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, not run away necessarily.
Just be completely out of the combat.
Got no reaction, right?
Yeah.
Because it's slow.
Yeah.
How far away from the bed in the bedroom am I?
10, 15, 20.
I wondered how long it would take.
30.
Smart.
Zaga runs to the bed.
Nice. 10, 15, 20. Yeah. Yeah, because you can go around the side of him. Nice. You are.
And for Zaga's action, he will try and collect as many scrolls on the bed as possible and stuff them in his backpack.
Nice. Roll a D20.
Flat D20 roll 16.
Flat D20 16. Jesus Christ. You grab what you think is about 16 scrolls.
Nice.
No,
put them in my backpack.
Nice.
How far away from the beast am I? Please say 15 foot.
Yeah, I think we might just be far enough. 5, 10. Yeah, you're just 15 foot if you're on the corner of the bed.
Nice. I will use one of my bardic inspiration charges. I haven't done that in a while.
Ooh.
And give inspiration to Otter by telling him his hair is a lovely shade of purple. Since he's, fronting up this creature.
Nice. Otter blushes. Faye, you're up.
That was smart, Zaga. I was wondering how we were going to do Faerun is in a bit of a quandary here. Quandary is the word?
Mm-hmm.
Because she can hear people are faffing outside, so she knows people are probably about to storm it and see what's happening, but at the same time, Otter has a massive ball bag in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut out. You just said Otter's got a Mr. Ball bag.
Can I go back in the room, shoot, and then I'm going to go back where I was?
5. Yeah, you can get just back inside, but you'll be blocking the door. What's your full movement? 35 or 30?
30.
5, 10, 15. Oh, you could, technically, you still got to squeeze past. Yeah, you can get in and out. Yeah, so you can squeeze.
Okay, cool.
Into
I'll do that. Cool.
Yeah, it's big enough to see around the corner.
First to hit is 24 to hit.
Hits.
26 to hit.
Yep.
And then 12, 7, and
Does Hunter's Mark apply to 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Does that only apply to one
Hunter's
attack?
Mark.
Does it apply to all of them?
that was
attacks,
including
isn't it?
Hunter's Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, Hunter's
Hunt-
Mark. all
Hunter's
attacks.
Mark, I did one point of damage.
Yeah, but do you do it on every
How
attack?
do you do 1 from 2 attacks?
Ev-
I think it might
No,
be
I
every
think you
attack.
can only do it on one attack
That'd be nice. Just because you can see range.
because it's a bonus action.
Extra DC
And that's
dice.
just whenever,
Whenever you
get a
hit.
weapon attack.
Yeah, so you get to,
Okay,
you
fuck it, I'll
roll
do
it for each
another
attack.
D6.
Yeah.
I didn't do that last time, but it's another one.
Oh, nice. Phew. Yeah, because once you've got it up in your main and you're concentrating on it, it's just your way of absolutely slamming in damage
With my ones.
with your ones. Yes. And then run back out.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I guess call to Zaga get the scrolls because I don't know that he's picked.
Yep. Von, you're up.
I am first of all going to use my bonus action to drink the antitoxin
Mm-hmm.
that I have on me. And then I'm going to get up close enough to use Primal Savagery for my attack on it.
Yep.
So that is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
That is only 8 acid damage.
8 acid damage. Nice. As you attack with the acid damage, you see this thing maybe doesn't take as much damage from that as you thought it would.
That makes sense.
Nice. Move back.
I suppose I can do, yeah. I'll go into the very corner just in case, make it easier for people to get in and out of the doorway if they want to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one off space. This map's huge. I made the squares bigger to make it easier, and it's confusing me because I'm moving you distances that look like they're too far, but they're not because the squares are twice as big as your characters. Nice. That is you up, Arta. He will look around and be like, what guy? Have you got the scrolls? Are we going? What do you want me to do?
Gotta kill this thing.
Okay, you seem like you've got that pretty much locked up though. So, watch this. Watch this drive. I'm going to guiding bolt. Let's go! Attack me! Oh, I rolled real bad.
I'm gonna use this throwing hammer.
No, I'm going to use gas. I mean, why buck the trend of a lifetime? Just going to do it with guiding bolt. He gets plus 1 to it. Plus 7 to it. Fucking awesome. So that is a hit. So next attack gets. Oh, it was quite shocking damage though. I only did 7 damage from 7 damage from 4.
4d6.
I rolled 1, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Dan.
That's very arty there.
That's bad. But the next
But
it does.
usually
it
the
does
final 1 damage of the fight though.
Yeah, true. It could have been. Yeah, had it been him doing that, it might have done enough. This thing is looking real fucked up. As the radiant damage hit, it starts to glow as it squeals out. As he is going to again just mark Stay by. Stay close enough to fight if he needs to fight. This thing is still slowed. Fuck me, man. Some of these spells are fucking irritating. So, you are close enough to it. You're the only one close enough to it. Otter. It's going to have to roll without. Let me just check what killing the eye stalk does. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be at disadvantage. As he's going to...
Disadvantage anyway, because I'm a shadow on my own.
Oh, okay. He's going to swing out. Disadvantage still not too bad. No, it's going to be 16 again, which misses, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's all he can do. Wisdom saving throw. Come on, dice. Oh, cool. I rolled a 17.
It's just enough.
Yay! I'm Nolan. Can I have my whole go again?
No.
Okay. Slow is gone.
What level spell is that, Weaver?
3.
It's just a good spell. It's good when you've got one opponent.
Or a bunch grouped together.
Or a bunch grouped together, which is why nobody ever stands next to each other in D&D.
Yeah, all of my spells are good when people just stand next to each other.
Yeah, Otter, you're up.
I'll take 3 swings at the creature.
Go for it. Oh no, you got roll Constitution saving throw to start. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Just to check. But no disadvantage.
Remember, you can add a D8 to one of those if you want to.
It's a 19.
Yeah, okay, safe.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Uh, 9 points of bludgeoning.
9 points of bludgeoning is enough. This thing, as you stab in, like a fart cloud, just withers down to a sack, almost as if there were no bones within it anyway, as it just kind of slumps to the side, tries to screech out, but has no vocal cords to do so, and yeah, flumps as a sack of stinking flesh and just gunk to the floor. It is dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Slow is real bad.
there's a little
Does
kid
it-
in there.
Got a child.
Does it stay in that form once
there's
it
no-
dies?
It does stay in this form once it dies. You can see it's starting as it's there as this thing goes down. One, the stench is there. You can cover your mouth and not have to worry about rolling saving throws against the poison. But as it moves down, you can see that it's kind of not like melting's the wrong word, but you can see that there's a lot of just moisture and fleshy goo coming out of it, as almost like it is decomposing quite quickly, but it's still in that form. It's just like a stretched sack of a human. I think like
In the
post-op
bedroom
resection.
still, is there any point looking around for any more scrolls, or do I have what I think I'm going to get?
there is you have no idea. You can look around to make sure that you pick up all of the scrolls. We won't say whether you did or didn't, but you can check that you definitely got the right scrolls rather than just grabbing the handful of scrolls that you got. So you make sure as you look around that you've got everything that looks to be like a working scroll, so you can kind of guarantee that you have the 2 scrolls you're looking for. As
Okay,
opposed
so
to
I've
being
got
luck, yeah.
16 plus the one we bought, so I've got 17 on me. That's fine.
I said, okay, how many scrolls did you get? How did you get all the scrolls?
Yeah, I think I got everything.
How many did you manage to get?
Maybe like 16.
Damn, we're in the money.
Cha-ching!
I think that's the least of our problems. There's a massive commotion outside. How are we going to explain that we're in this flat with this, and then gesture towards whatever?
Bring them in here. Let them smell it.
Plus, we was coming in to save somebody from a fire.
Faywin
Can
quickly
I-
grabs the pot of water that she used.
Can I investigate the ritual
Yep.
circle? But just to kind of get a look at that. And just, I don't know, just
Give me a what you looking at for? I kind of would be the most sensible one.
yeah, kind of like just work out the kind of.
Yeah.
You got some rough idea of what the kind of magic would be, but
Yep.
just kind of. That's 11.
11. Not great. What spells have you done with before? You can tell that it's definitely a mix of a mix of there's some necromantic magic in there just because of the components used. Otto also could give you a guiding hand in some of that, and look in and see some of the components and some of the bits that pull in there. You know, it is there's not many magic spells where you're drawing out like blood ritual circles on the floor. So you know that there's probably some necromantic stuff going on there. But as to what he was actually trying to pull together as you're looking around, and also a lot of the scene has been cleared because Zaga's grabbed everything that was in and around that looked like a scroll to be used. So you've grabbed a lot of the preparation stuff.
Can I go into the bedroom where the scrolls were and investigate for anything valuable?
Yeah. You want to steal from the child that you just killed. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need it, does he?
My poor little ball bag. Yeah, give me an investigation check.
A grand total of 4.
You found a picture of his grandma. It was very valuable to him personally, but has no monetary value.
Zaga will approach the front door and open it.
Nice. As you get to the front door, open it, you can see that there are neighbours that are crouched round and listening at the door. So you've got a few people. They're not stood like right outside the front. You can see they're like a door or two down. To the right-hand side, as you look, was the stairway down. You can see there's quite a few people. And you can hear a bit of a commotion from down below. It sounds like someone's trying to force their way upstairs.
Zaga will say, "Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Just a bit of a rowdy freak-off. We've used all the baby oil." Is it too early for Diddy references?
Never.
Nice.
We walk out like it's friends of our dogs.
And immediately get restored.
Everybody go home. Go back to your own dwellings. Everything's fine.
You can see a lot of the people are just trying to stare and see what's going on. This is a proper residential, not the nicest area as well. So everyone's kind of giving you a wide. As you come out and say that, there's like a general commotion of just like murmuring and bubbling, but no one's shouting out. You do hear
Like enough people that they're going to recognise us if we just walk away from this.
Yeah, but you also hear with that like the second shout and people murmuring, you then see from that right hand side the crowd start to split as you see the tips of spears coming through. You would recognise the tips of the spears being the standard armaments of the guards of the Commonwealth.
Faywin shouts out.
Not again.
Faywin shouts, "Someone call the guards. We found something in this building."
Zaga's just trying to explain it was a wild sex party.
Yeah.
I mean.
We've had someone said there's a wild sex party going on and it smells like shit. Cool. So yeah, as people clear, you hear them coming through. Move out of the way. Don't worry. We'll all go back to your homes. You see they start fanning out, very policeman-esque, as 3 or 4 guards come to the front door. Well, we saw spell magic going up into the air. And we've had calls that there is something going on in here, and loud bangs. There has been shouts. There has been thunderclaps. Does someone care to explain what's going on?
So I'm so glad to see you. Come in. But hey, watch your step. And I point out the tripwires on the floor.
Roll a.
Be careful.
Roll a luck check, Zaga. D20.
Zaga gets hit by a fireball and lots of scrolls.
That is a 9.
9.
These guards recognise me from arresting me previously.
You don't recognise them, but you're not sure if they recognise you. As you go in, as they stand on the edge, you're like, well, if this is the scene of a crime, we're going to need you to come out and someone to explain what has gone on here. Are we safe to come in and do so here, or do we want to?
Well, that's what I'm trying to point out is these tripwires. Be careful. If you trip on one of them, a firebolt will come out of the wall.
I think we'll stay outside for now. Then, can we ask you all leave the building, please, and we'll take some statements and find out what the hell has gone on.
Guys, come outside. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Be careful of the tripwires.
As you all start fanning out, as they're like, this isn't, again, not a huge apartment. 5 of you, heavily armed, come out. A few of you probably stink. Otto, yourself, we would have a bit of the stench on you. And as you start to come through, the smell of this aberration deflating is like the smell of like opening a house after finding like a dead body in there. So that a few of them, as you start to come out, I'll be like, oh yeah, a few of them just.
I'd give it 5 minutes before you go in there.
What did you do in there, you beast? Oh.
Faywin's still carrying the pot that had some water in it, just FYI.
you just carry the water pot around.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the water's gone because I used it to put out the fire on the curtains, so that's the reason I'm carrying it.
Okay.
So Faywin stealing the pot from a dead child.
I can't believe you're stealing his pot.
Don't you start with me, Bombo.
Nice. Cool. So they, you see as you come out, there one of them goes in now and starts. One of the ones that's lightly armed goes in and starts looking for where you've pointed out. As if someone wants to help and point out where the traps are, they'll go through and start making sure they're
Zagger will do that.
actually
He'll be
designed.
very helpful and guide the guy through the house.
Cool.
I'm just going to watch and see if they set themselves on fire.
Nice. So yeah, Zagger, you help them and they go through and they essentially disarm. They spend the time to disarm any of those in there so they can do a full search and essentially make this crime scene. As the rest of you, they leave the door open because of the stank, but they've got you out in the hallway or in this it's essentially a hallway, an outdoor hallway on the front of this building. So we can see that there's clearly there's something smells as if there's something dead in here. Does someone want to run us through exactly what's happened here today? We have got the records for the house being owned by multiple pseudonym names, so we're assuming something untoward was happening.
Zagger looks at Bonbon when it's time to give an explanation.
I'm assuming everyone else does as well.
Of course.
Arthur
Universal.
definitely looks at Bonbon.
Yeah. So, as he just follows everyone's eyes, looks like I'm talking to you, sir.
Yes, it's the man who lived here. He stole something from us, and we managed to track him down. And when we got here, we saw that he was doing some kind of ritual in the back room. And when we tried to stop him doing it, and at the end, he just transformed into this, as crazy as it sounds, transformed into this hideous beast. You can see the what's
giant
left,
ball bag.
Yeah.
what's left of the carcass of it in the
And he set
All
fire
way
to
through
his
there.
own house, and I put out the fire.
He set fire to his own house whilst he
Yeah,
was
to
a
the
ball bag.
curtains. To the curtains. It was one of the tripwires, I think, and so I put the fire out because I didn't want to upset any of the other neighbours.
And then
Right.
decided to steal a pot of water after.
Faywin then places the pot down in the hallway outside.
Okay. As you going through, and he's like, "What turns into a beast?" You hear one of the guy that has gone through behind the tripwire dude goes into the back room. You just hear like, "Ah!" As he's like, "So you're gonna want to come and see this?" As he pokes his head around after seeing the bag of skin just on the floor seeping away. Why don't you guys come with me? We've got a cart downstairs. We can continue this conversation. We need to keep this scene clean. As long as you're willing to come with us, then of course we have no need for any detainment right now. Is that okay with everybody?
Zagger sighs and says, "Here we go again."
So he takes you down the flights of stairs. So you can see they have two guards posted up there. Very crime scene investigation, and then they've got out front a horse-drawn cart, or like a mule-drawn cart, which you can all go and sit in, which is like essentially like a rolling bench, a bit like a prison cart, but you are not being detained. There's somewhere for you guys to sit as you're in there. Can you all give me perception checks?
What colour is the horse?
One's horse is black, one is brown.
13 perception.
13.
6. I was looking at the horses.
You were
14.
17.
17. As you're kind of going up and getting into this van to go through essentially the whole event, as you're like last one in, Von, as you're looking across, you see two figures just off watching the building, but watching you as well. You kind of catch, but it's the middle of the night, so you can see that there's two figures, but you can't really make out who they are. But yeah, you get
That's
the
a
feel
pretty
that
good
someone
guess
else.
as to who I think they are, though.
As he sits down and goes through the whole thing with you. So the story it's from the beginning as he pulls out. He's like, so this and who was it was that the owner was that who was the suspect that turned into the ball bag?
Well, let's say what the name we knew him under, I guess, was Jim Dark Magic.
Dark magic. Okay.
Someone that's, yeah.
It was really called Horatio. He was enrolled in the wizard school before leaving.
Okay. So he was not this Jim Dark Magic. You believe was this?
But they
Horatio?
are one and the same, we believe.
Right. Well, I mean,
It was a disguise he used. I know disguises.
that's good. And you were here to retrieve an item from this Dark Magic?
Yes.
I telepathically say to Zaga to get the just one of the scrolls out, the one he bought.
Mm-hmm.
I
say it was
put
stolen.
out, the scroll that we bought, the bestowed curse scroll.
How do you pull the one scroll out among the other 17 that you have?
It was separate.
Hmm?
It was separate.
Yeah?
He has different zips on his back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand for not getting all 17 scrolls out and then giving one away.
24.
24, nice. I'm going to roll for this one, actually. This is a police investigator. Okay. As you go through and you pull out this, she's like, scrolls? You were dealing with scrolls? You know the...
Well, like my friend said, he was enrolled at the magic school, we found out. I think he learned how to make them there.
You said he stole something from you. So he stole the
Yeah,
scroll
I think
from
he
you?
wanted to copy it and sell it to make money.
So how are you getting hold of the scrolls? You understand that the trading of scrolls is strictly prohibited and to be done by the Vatanus Institute.
We were working on behalf of the wizard school.
Right.
Here's their scroll.
Okay. Bit of a large detail we're leaving out here, guys, for you.
It's been a stressful day, sir.
I can imagine so.
Yeah, I woke up in a cell this morning.
The kobold. Yes. Well, it's been quite the day for you. Let's try and make sure we don't end up back in a cell. I'm sure the general would love that. So you are working for the Vatanus Institute, which is how you came into the scroll. So this Horatio / Jim Dark Magic character did not steal from you, or did steal from you, and you were stealing
He
back
stole from the school.
institute. Right.
And since
Okay.
we were
Scribbles
employed
out.
by the school, he stole from us. See, it's a simple leap of logic.
When you put it like that, it does sound like that. When you're asking for clean details, does sound a little bit like you're subverting.
Well, I apologize.
truth.
It's not every day you're attacked by a giant ball bag that deflates into a pile of stinking melted skin.
As you cut back to upstairs, there's a guy that comes out from here just crying, just fully crying. He doesn't like what he's seen.
Is there any kind of reward for
guy's
services to the city?
Well, we will indeed see what the services are. We need to look at the full report as to what was going on. It does look a little bit like there was some cause and effect. We'll have to understand fully what's going on. Obviously, the more information you have about how a wizardry student, turns into whatever that thing upstairs is, that would be very useful as well.
Well, it's whatever that dark ritual he was doing was.
He goes,
I would imagine him being only a small child that didn't spend very long at school, he was dealing with forces he didn't quite understand.
Yes, I mean the institute has been warned a few times about what it does with its power. So anything that you have to help us, just collect the facts on how the Vatanus Institute are operating would be very useful.
Well, he was expelled, as far as I understand, so I don't know how this reflects back on them.
Nice. He is writing down all of this, almost licking his lips.
Evan looks very uncomfortable.
Cool. He takes down all the notes. Is there anything else you would like to share with the guard?
No, Zaga just wants to make sure he's not searched because he has that red gem in his pocket now.
And 16 scrolls.
Yeah, and the other scroll.
Nice, cool. So if there's nothing else you guys want to go through and share with them, they will take down all your names again. Obviously, one of those names get matched up that some of you have already been in and been seen. So that is another mark where your names have been registered against Commonwealth, unless you're choosing to use different identities.
I don't think I can get away with it.
I'm not sure you can get away with it.
I don't think I'd like to try. I put a
Hey,
little
did you
heart
know that
above
her
my-
dad is the librarian at the Commonwealth? Has he got any friends in the police force?
Police
My
force,
God,
regards.
Zaga. Sorry,
Uh,
can we just have a second? I just want to check if I've got any spells that could
Yeah, we can show.
in one shot.
I think I've just seen 16 spell scrolls in this lad's bag. You can use one of those.
Disintegrate Kobold is a second level ranger spell.
Nice. So you share that information. If there's nothing else you want to share, you're going to give your names. You just know your names have been taken by the guards. Obviously, right now they won't. It's not like they've got a fucking computer database they're going to run it up on. But when they take it back and file reports, your names will have been marked against 2 activities in the last 2 days. As you can see, the guards have locked up the house. You can see that they're doing some structural damage, and they let you go. You are free to go back out into all. Have you not be entertained? But they've got the information from you now, and they'll be looking to find out what's going on. You obviously know they're going to go and talk to the Voltana.
Did I get my scroll back?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
When we're out of earshot, I'd like to look around and make sure that nobody else is listening in.
Yep.
And just remind the group that the head teacher said they didn't want to go to the Commonwealth, to tell them about it because they didn't want to lose the funding for their school, and that I hope this doesn't mean that we won't get our reward or that I won't get to have my lessons because I was going to sign up for evening classes at the end of this.
They'll be fine.
We'll go there now and we'll get rid of the...
It's the middle of the night.
It's exactly why I said it's stolen from us, not them.
Well, then we'd be in the shit for having scrolls.
We could have said it wasn't, and we could have said.
I mean, he said it was prohibited trading it in all Earth. I was just going to say we bought it in Redvant.
Yeah, exactly. We could have. But it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's. We need to go to the academy now.
It's like 3 a.m.
It's a Commonwealth, right? They rule the whole country, so it's going to be prohibited everywhere. I'm guessing.
They don't care about Redvant.
No, but they'll care about prohibited scrolls. They'd have taken it from us anyway and charged us. As long as we get to the institute before
but
they
didn't take the scroll from us, knowing that it's
because it's for the school. So they're obviously that
surely they'd want to take it to the school themselves rather than leave it in our possession.
Well, there you go. So they're obviously not that bothered.
So yeah, we just need to go to school now.
Do we want to tell the school that the Commonwealth are aware?
No, we want to get paid and fuck off.
Now? Okay.
That's their problem.
I'm just
they already lost our vampire body.
We're just making sure we're on the same page before we go in. I don't want to tell them anything. I don't feel very persuasive today. Or deceptive.
What about negotiation?
Absolutely not.
So it's agreed. Fabian's going to go in and negotiate with the school.
Well, they gave us the price they were going to give us for the 2 main ones, and I'm pretty sure I got those. And then they said they'd pay extra for extras, which we've got a few extras.
Guess let's just go and do this then.
Yeah, I doubt the school's going to be open at... What time is it now? It was the middle of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like
we met at midnight.
You met at midnight.
I mean, we leave it to the morning. The Commonwealth may have already spoken to who they need to speak to.
I'm sure they'll want the scrolls back as soon as possible, and now is the...
You know where the headmaster lives?
At the school, I'm guessing.
Is it a boarding school?
No. It's not really... It's called a school. It's not really a school, per se. Like I said, it's so early in its inception that they don't really even have years. It's more like Xavier's school for mutants. That term, like, right. They have...
Well, that's different, because that is a boarding school.
Oh, yeah, true. Because they're all mutants, aren't they? They are picking out certain people. They probably have grounds that are not far away, but it's not like a traditional
club rather than a...
Okay, we'll go sleep, we'll get up early, and we'll go to school. It'll take them a while to process everything anyway. And if the school's not there now, they're not going to go into themselves, are they? So.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try it now, it's fine by me, but...
What does everyone want to do?
Stop being stopped by guards in my home city, really, but, you know, that doesn't seem to be happening.
Well, I mean, with
help
in the city, you know, we're not causing these issues, are we? We're stopping them.
For saving your home city, you should be grateful.
If that thing got out onto the streets, imagine what it'd do to the general population around that flat.
Imagine if it got into the library.
Trouble just seems to follow us. And Zaga stopped asking people if they know my librarian father.
Well, it's better that it follows capable people like us than just common folk.
Capable. Fabian is still capable. If you could
Shock. Come on, Vaughn. It's no use arguing with her now.
I think he was asking about your dad that let us get away there.
I mean, he's so important and rich, right? So everyone's got to know him.
Okay, are we going back to the Druid house?
Yes.
Nice.
Zaga, can I... When you look at a scroll herb, can you tell what it is by just looking at it? Does it have like a little title at the top or not? Is it like, this is the scroll for Fireball?
No, probably not. In the wording there would be, but a lot of it would be written in different things. So you will be able to, normally you'd have to identify. Depends. High level ones you'd have to identify. Lower level ones you'd probably be able to read and understand. So
Can I
it's
just
based on
do a
level.
little, if Zaga will let me?
Are you walking?
kind of-
Are you doing it when you get back or when you're walking? You want to walk and do it or not?
When we get back. I was just going to
Okay.
write a list of the ones that we think we got.
Yep.
I
Can
was
I...
gonna-
Sorry, finish.
No, go on.
I was just going to say I could also use comprehend languages to try and read the scrolls if they're in a different language.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, but you'd have to, so for the ones that are well, we need to work out which ones you've got as well. But for the ones that are high level, a detect magic, you'll be able to see which ones they'd radiate more energy, so you'll be able to see what they are and identify. We'll have to tell you what the high level spell ones are, because the high level ones you won't be able to understand. But the lower level ones, most of them will be spells that you have probably already learned in some way, shape, or form. So you'll be able to understand them because they're going to be lower
Good
levels.
things Zaga can do detect magic and identify it
You'll
will.
be able to
Really.
identify which ones are in there. Yeah.
In my diary that I'm writing it, because the diary still exists, I'm going to use my linguist trait and upfeet and write it so that no one can understand it.
Nice. Cool. So you
Just
are.
in case my book gets taken, I'm not going to predict.
I just want to check we get to where we want to get to. So what, you're going to the Druid house?
Yes.
Nice.
The lodgings, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. As you make your way through the Scholar's Crown towards the Druid house, it is the middle of the night. It's 1 a.m. As you turn one of the corners, not far from where the shop in centres are, you see a single figure stood in the dark shadow in front of you, stood kind of in the middle of the road as you come around in this very, very quiet street.
If this is two idiot kids trying to jump us, this is not going to end well.
Is
Only
it
killed one
obvious
child
they've
tonight.
seen us?
Hmm?
Like, is it obvious that they would have seen... like, they'll know that we've seen them, or are they trying to hide?
No, this is like someone trying to be ominous. So the point they've picked is in the middle of the street. You're walking down the street. You guys have been chatting. So as you come around the corner, it's just like you can see that there's a figure who is purposefully stood to obscure their look, but is obviously in the middle of a pathway. And they're just
Zaga casts hold person on them.
nice.
Fabian does dancing lights so we can see.
As you go to what's the save for a whole person? Wisdom. Nice.
think.
Ooh. Let me just check.
I'll do dancing lights after Zaga's hold person.
And I'll use prestidigitation to soil their clothes.
Yeah, Zaga's not in the mood to be intimidated by a lone figure in a dark alley. He wants to get some sleep and then get paid.
What should be a dragonborn?
Okay. Nice. So
Or your
you
brothers with the
throw the
ball gun.
spell out. Oh, that is high enough. I rolled 19 on die.
Yeah, that's safe.
So you can see that, this figure is just stood.
When the whole person doesn't work, Zaga just carries on walking like he's disinterested.
Did my dancing lights light up their face?
Oh, did you? Sorry, I didn't hear the rest. You all said
Sorry,
all
yeah.
this stuff.
After he held person, I
Yeah.
then did dance.
Normally, what would happen is when one of you goes, you don't all get to pile in because that's how. If I did that to you, you'd all die. So once one is gone, you can do different actions as they come out, but there'll be a time that passes between them.
I was just doing it like a lamppost rather than attacking.
Yeah. You can start dancing lights. You start walking towards them, send out dancing lights. I just need to check the wording or something quickly.
Power word kill on the person who casts dancing lights.
Yeah. You didn't get all the scrolls. Power. Imagine giving you power word kill. That'd be so bad.
No, this character uses power word kill.
Oh, yeah, kills your one, yeah. BBEG end of the campaign.
I'm only making bloody lampposts. Back up.
Fuck off.
Nice. As you move towards it and you send out your dancing lights, the figure appears to be a kobold. Not kobold. Fucking kobold's wrong word. A bugbear. Sorry, a bugbear stood over. As the lights hit, you can see it just looks to be mean-looking bugbear just standing there looking at you. As you guys, the dancing lights are there, and you step a little bit closer. You hear from an alleyway to the side the sound of something much larger as an ogre comes around the corner, stomps out in front of you. This thing is like large, 7 foot tall. I don't think you've seen ogres before. Do you ever guys fought ogres? You fought ogres? Not a bit smaller than the troll you fought back in the original thing. As this thing steps around the corner, looks down at you in the night sky, and prepares an attack. Can you roll initiative, please?
One gets to kill the bugbear.
19 for Zaga.
19.
Oh, sorry, 18 for Zaga. I thought
It said 19. That's mine.
Oh, okay, yeah. It is 19.
7 for me.
And that 1 + 2.
Ooh, pretty good. What was yours, Vaughn?
7.
7. 7, Vaughn. So yeah, in this street in front of you now is a bugbear, and then stepping out this ogre, big club in hand, steps into the middle of the street in front of you. Up first is 12. You guys go first. So Zaga, then Faywin.
Sorry, may I just ask one clarifying question for the ogre? Are they like the type that would be in a bar, or are they more just like monsters that live in the forest that you don't really see?
Yeah, they're like monsters you see in the forest. They're as ogre trolls, same family. Like,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Not like an orc that you'd be hanging out with in town.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Although
cool.
orcs,
Perfect.
orcs are more likely to be in bars and stuff. Ogres, much less likely to be knocking about.
Got it. Thank you.
Zaga's
Simple
first thing
beasts.
he'll do will be to say, "I'm not in the mood for this. What do you want?" And obviously not getting a response inside 6 seconds, we'll cast Dissonant Whispers on the ogre.
Nice. Dissonant Whispers on the ogre.
Wisdom again.
Wisdom again. That is a 17.
It's a save. It's a wise ogre.
It's a wise
And only
ogre.
4 points of psychic damage.
4 points of psychic damage. As this thing, looks back. Just roars at you.
How close am I to it? I know we've got
You guys, you're far enough away, so you're probably like 30, 40 foot.
Zaga will stand where he is.
Nice. Fabian.
For goodness sake. She thinks. In front of where they're standing, seeing as there's a gap between us,
Yep.
can I cast Entangle around them?
Yes. What is it?
Yeah.
Is it save, or is it just weeds grow out from the ground?
It's a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
13 is the strength save.
It'll be over both of them because it's the next feature, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18 and a So the ogre saves. The bugbear does not save as you see your vines wrap up. Give me a perception check.
14.
14. Nice. Are your dancing lights dark concentration? Are they still up?
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip. Yeah.
And it is concentration 1 minute.
Okay. And they would have dropped with Entangle? Because you only concentrate on one spell.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
so it'll be dark now.
Nice. So yeah, as you fire out the Entangle, the darkness goes down. You see these two figures now looming in the darkness. No natural light here, bar the moon, where you can see the shadows they cast on the ground. I didn't change the music. Sorry. Nice. So you cast Entangle.
As a free action, can I just say to Von, I'll let you have the bugbear.
You
Maybe
can.
we should run.
Nice. Up next, let me just check. Wish. Cool. Where they I didn't put them on their initiative, which is bad of me. Zaga, you feel a tug on your satchel bag, whatever it is that you've got the scrolls in, as someone unsuccessfully tries to grab something from you. I then need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please. This is for being charmed.
4.
4. You,
Can
as
I
you,
bend luck, or is that only after he's done it?
can you what? Sorry.
Bend luck with my Fey thing.
Ooh.
God, I've not played in ages. I can't remember where it's actually kept.
Yeah, read what I wrote on it, because I wrote it and I don't remember, and we haven't used it. I would say ordinarily, I think you can do it because it's just like the same as cutting words in the reaction, but I don't think you've seen this happen.
Okay. You have the ability to twist fate using your wild magic. When another creature you can see.
You can
Makes
see
an
ordinarily,
ability
yes. I would say ordinarily, yes. I would say in this instance, no. You cannot see. Zaga would have felt the tug on his bag, and then the action of this creature was to cast the charm.
Ah, okay. So if he were to react to it, then I would be able to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, Zaga, I tried.
I already know who's robbing us now.
You don't know who's robbing who. I'm just trying to check. It doesn't. It would change. Sorry, I'm trying to read multiple things at once. It does, actually. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you wouldn't see it happen. But, yeah, Zaga, you feel the tug on your bag. As you feel like you feel someone in your ear say, I suggest you give me the bag. You fail the wisdom save. Yeah, the throw. So, you are compelled to do so. Like it says, asking the creature to stab itself ends the spell. It's like, no shit, Sherlock.
Oh, is it the suggestions?
It's the suggestion spell, yeah.
What's the wording on that?
Yeah, it just says target must make a wisdom on the failed save. It pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. But it's concentration.
And when the target completes it. So as soon as I hand over the bag,
Yeah.
the spell's done, and I can call out.
Yep. And the invisibility that was cast on this creature disappears as they were trying to sneak up and take a bag, had to use magic as they failed their stealth checks.
I will hand over the bag and instantly call out, assuming I know who it is, Frostbane, you bitch!
Who'd you shout, Frostbane, you bitch?
Yeah.
Nice. As you look up, confused, as you see Hathos, one of the kids from the school, as he grabs the bag. Up next is the other guy. Oh, no, it's the other way around, I think. It's the guy you held person to in the thing. So, yeah, the other guy, Hathors, comes up now. Grabs, runs alongside, grabs the bag, and poof, Misty steps. Only one of them Misty steps. So he Misty steps 30... It's only 30 foot Misty step, right?
Yeah.
So he, poof, 30 feet forward. So where Zaga is behind, this has gone on, Zaga shouted, you guys turn around. You're in the alleyway of a street. Behind you, this has happened. He Misty steps 30 foot behind the ogre and the bugbear, leaving one of the kids behind. As Von, it is your turn, as he then looks to just start just legging it down the street with his bag.
Is he still in difficult terrain then if he's gone to the ogre and the...
He's gone behind the ogre.
How
like
close
20
then is
foot
he?
behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're like in between the two now. So yeah, as you can see, as you're stood now, it's you guys, ogre, this guy running, and then behind you to the left is the one guy that stood next to Zaga like, yeah, shit.
I am going to.
I'm assuming Zaga's alerted to the fact he's got the bag.
He shout, yeah, I'm assuming.
Well,
that's
I
what he
yelled
shouted.
out something, so
Yeah.
you should turn around and
You
see
did
him
yell
without
out,
the
fuck
bag.
you, Frostbane, before you actually looked who it was, which is funnier.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely Zaga.
Yeah. Frostbane? Oh, shit. Just two kids. So yeah, Von, you're up, then Otter.
It's me.
No, Von first. Then you. I'm just getting you ready.
I am. Can I? I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave
Fucking hell.
on. So it can be 30 foot long.
Mm-hmm.
So if I cast it just in front of the ogre and bugbear, it should
Yep.
hit all three of them, make it 30 foot long, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I am going to.
How wide? Ogres are
How
large.
wide can it be? It'd be 10 foot wide.
Okay.
So
Yeah, like.
would it only
pass
hit
through.
one of them at the front then?
Yeah, you have to take the full ogre out, or you can take like the bugbear and half the ogre. But I didn't really understand how half it wouldn't really do the same thing as half the ogre. It's like half the tidal wave slashes on the side of him, and I'm like, no, not really. That's
Half
quick.
the damage.
Half the
Oh.
damage.
Go for the bugbear.
Yeah.
Fuck bugbears.
Yeah, so you want to line it up to hit the bugbear and hopefully shoot and catch the guy running away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a way I can get his line up to hit both?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's a dex save.
All three probably not, but the two. Yeah. Oh my god. I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Okay, they both save, but it says take half damage.
Half damage. Nice.
And they don't get knocked prone.
Okay.
What I was hoping for instead.
Mm. Still
So
could be
that's
a lot, though.
14 on dice, so they take
Oh,
7 damage each.
Jesus. Okay. You hear. As you send off the tidal wave, you hear the kid as he's running scream as he gets hit from this damage, taking a fair whack for a young.
It is
one
bludgeoned
wizard.
in as well, so it doesn't have to be lethal.
Okay.
If it was
you
the-
should say that beforehand. What you do notice, though, as the passes through the bugbear remains stood still, unmoving in its stance.
It look like it's got wet fur, or is it just still look exactly the same as
Give me a
before?
perception check. It's very dark.
Never mind.
Okay.
10.
Odd. Like it stood unfazed as if nothing has hit it. Otter, you're up.
I'll move forward as well, actually.
Yeah, cool. You can move forward towards them. Do you want to move up to front them or just closer? Because this guy, so essentially, you've got one that Zaga's got face to face, so he's tied down. The guy that's got the bag is is made the distance to get away from you guys with running. So he's going to keep running unless you try and keep pace.
I'm going to move as far as I can. I've got 35 foot of movement.
Nice. So with 35 foot of movement, you can get up in front of the bugbear and ogre, or you can try and dance around the outside of him if you'd like.
I can drop entangle if you need me to as well.
Oh yeah, you've got entangle across the floor as well.
Concentration. Yeah.
Is that across the whole?
It's across the whole floor, yeah.
20,
It's not
20
wide.
foot around him, yeah.
Yeah.
I can drop it if you need me to. Just shout back.
So did the entangle look like it actually done something to the bugbear then?
It's very dark.
Take
It's
shape
not
around
moved,
it?
so it could be rooted.
So if I go into it, I have to check.
I can drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I just keep moving as far forward as possible.
Nice. So yeah, you can get.
Avoiding the ogre,
Yep.
but I don't mind if I get too close to the bugbear.
Yeah. So the path itself is probably only like 15, 20 foot across that you're walking down.
I'll probably
So you're
going to
gonna-
get through without going past one of them anyway.
You're gonna have to go past one of them anyway. Yeah.
Yes, I'll go bugbear side.
Nice. So you go to the bugbear. As you go past the bugbear, let me just check what his stats are. Yeah. So as you run past, it snarls at you. You would just get outside opportunity range. As it swings for you, its club just passes straight through you.
Okay, cool.
Otto, you're up next.
I'd like to move forward as well
Mm-hmm.
towards the guy running away.
Yep.
How far am I from him?
Are you using all your movement?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I will say, Von, unless you're going to shout something, you will be running right into an ogre.
I will shout back to them that I think it's some sort of illusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to run into the ogre. I'm like, yeah, of course you are. The ogre was real. You take 100 points of damage. No, you run up as Von shouts out. You run, use your full movement, and you can just pass straight through this ogre, identifying it as an illusion. So you are, what's your full movement?
30.
30. So you're within 35 foot of him now. He had the head start.
I figured the bugbear was slight mirror image, minor image, but let's try the path.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use 2 Eldritch Blasts on the guy running away.
Nice. Force damage, lethal.
Lethal, yeah. I don't give a shit.
Oh,
Good.
Lord.
Killed one child tonight, I'll kill another.
And that's how we all went to prison.
That's a 16 to hit for the first one.
Hits.
I found the right dice. That's 10 force damage.
10. You kill him. This is a young child mage. So you fire Eldritch Blast down the thing as it hits the back of this assailant. As he runs away, falls to the ground, bag scatters, and the scrolls start to roll out as the one that is stood next to you, Zaga, the tiefling, just screams out, "No! What are you doing?" He's like,
Can I have used my second Eldritch Blast to hit him, please?
Yeah.
Holy moly. I know I said leave no witnesses, but...
Are we chopping up bodies and throwing them in the river?
I think you might.
That's 24 to hit.
24. He is going to. He still has a reaction. He's going to counter spell. He's going to use reaction to counter spell because he don't want to die. So you see as he cries out, as he looks towards you, the rage flash in his eyes, and hand goes out as your hand goes out, cancels the second Eldritch Blast. Or second
Kind of
attack.
hoping Zaga can counterspell as a counterspell.
I'm not counterspelling a counterspell for an Eldritch Blast. That's just bad resource management.
The witnesses.
Round. Arta has no idea what's going on. Sits this one out. Zaga, round the top. You have just seen this kid cry out, scream as he sees his mate go down. You are stood face to face with him as he is. Ooh. Still. Counterspell doesn't drop charm, so your charm is still up. Does it make you do. Oh, no, it ends as soon as your thing
suggestion
goes.
ends when I handed him the bag.
Yeah, cool.
I'm going to turn to him quickly and just say, I'd run if I were you. These guys don't give a
we
shit.
need him.
Nice. Faywin, you up next?
Well, I'm going to do some other stuff to stand over and whatnot.
Oh, I know you. Tie your shoelaces together.
Zaga doesn't want to lose the scrolls. He's going to dimension door over to where the dead kid is and start picking up the bag.
Nice.
I'll take resource management for that.
Nice.
Well, yeah, it's not murdering a child, so...
I'm kind of with Zaga on this one. Nice. So yeah, you dimension door over, start collecting up. You can see that he had the bag in his hand as you dropped it. A few have scrolled up, so you can easily get them shimmied away. Cool. And Faye, when you're up next. Sorry, something else went through my brain quickly. I had to deal with.
I can't kill a kid. I can. Faywin can't.
You can always reiterate my point about running away. Or attack the ogre. The ogre's not a kid. The ogre's a fucking hired ogre.
Do we know that the ogre?
The ogre's an image. I've just run through it.
They're both illusions.
Oh, they're both images. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just dick fatting around with it.
I mean, it's alright. I mean, I've got 120 foot on this Eldritch Blast, so.
Yeah, I want you to be the one that kills it. not me.
Christ.
Can I use my action to summon John?
Yeah.
Because John's not out, and I'd like him.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll just do that with my action.
Cool. Nice. Anything movement or bonus action?
I was kind of next to Zaga, right, with this kid.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna look incredibly shocked that Otter's just killed his friend.
Nice.
And that's it, yeah.
Nice.
I'll put my hood up as well.
Cool. Up next is the kid. He kind of looks at you all, steps back, and then disappears.
Bastard.
Not a misstep, as in you think it's invisibility. Faywin and Zaga oh no, not Zaga, you don't mean Faywin, you would hear the footsteps of him fucking legging it, but has cast invisibility, so he's invisible. It just starts legging it through the streets.
Under her breath, she's like, "Go, go, go!"
Von, you're up.
Have I got any way of stabilizing the kid that has been hit?
Get to him, roll a medicine check.
That's a 19.
Ooh, that's pretty damn high.
This is gonna come over and murder him again.
Oh yeah. Why do you want him dead? Ordinarily, we wouldn't have them have death saves, but with a 19, you can try and at least stop this. Also, I mean, as a cleric, does he have like spare the dying or anything? Does Arta have anything useful as a cleric?
He has used it before, I believe.
He doesn't have a diamond for Revivify.
He doesn't have
I don't know that
Revivify,
much.
which is fine, but you can do some stuff just to... I'm just wondering if with that he can help, but I can't see...
Why would Arta have anything useful for a cleric?
I can just put him out of his misery, it's fine.
Yeah, if you want to, then I'll say with a 19. 19's high enough, and we'll say with... I'm just want to find, why does he not... Is he under features and traits? Damn you, Arta. Where's your cleric stuff?
He doesn't have any.
Buried under the hammer.
He's got this-
Literally none.
Literally... No, I thought you had... Wow. He doesn't...
It's because he's domain, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, he's just got all the... He's just got all the dead and dying stuff.
Yeah, you know, instead of having nice, helpful
got told the
heal
dead.
someone, he has destructive wrath.
Yeah, exactly. Destructive wrath and toll the dead. It's like, okay, inflict wounds. Hellish rebuke. Oh, no, hellish rebuke is from being tiefling. No, he doesn't. Okay.
Oh, so
Yeah,
seeing as
so up to you.
I killed this kid, can I raise him as my spectre?
Well, it depends. Like I'm saying, I'm leaving it to you guys. So you, those that went to the school, you know these. You knowing the one that's there, Von, as soon as you get to him and kind of see Zaga picking up the scrolls, roll the body over, you recognise. You went downstairs.
I didn't go in
I'm
there.
close enough to recognise.
You would
Zaga
recognise him,
would
yes.
know.
If you rolled him up, you recognise. After shouting Frostbane, you would have seen the first guy right up close to you, so you recognise them from the school. So you know who they are. So you give it to Von. If you wanted to, I would say with a 19, that's enough to stabilise him, not to bring him back, but to stop him dying. You'd have to get him somewhere to be healed.
Yeah. So how far are we from the school?
You're not probably not that far from school, actually. To be fair,
If he stabilises him, can I cast a healing word? 'Cause
yeah, to give him a point. I'll let you give him a point. He won't come back to consciousness. I'll say he's going to be pretty fucked up for a pretty long time. But yeah, you can bring him back to 1 hit point alive.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just not murder a kid in the street at night when the police have already interviewed us this evening.
And the other kid has got away and knows what we look like because we were doing our magic show.
Yeah, but he's also tried to rob us for a bunch of scrolls. He's not that stupid. Surely
It's my go next, isn't it?
Yes.
if we're still in initiative,
Yeah. So yeah, Von, you can stabilize. Stop that as I explained who this person is. But yeah, up next, you are technically out of combat. So Otter, you're up next if you want to stay in initiative, but you are technically there is no one to fight on the board unless you're going to try and catch an invisible guy.
Seeing as all this technically was one round, happen all at the same time. While they're stabilizing this one, I want to randomly fire 2 Eldritch Blasts towards where I last saw the kid that's run off. I know it's going to be a very high DC and not likely to hit, but
Yeah, because he would.
and he's invisible and he's run off.
He's invisible and he's run off. So yeah, you will be firing Eldritch Blasts into the night again. But you can do it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll disadvantage.
this is what draws the guards to us.
Yeah. Again,
No, I'll leave it.
just smashing people's houses with Eldritch Blasts.
We've seen magical energy fire up into the sky again.
Not into the sky. If you're trying to hit a guy that's running, he's firing at. If you're running down the street and you're going to fire him down the street,
Oh,
at
he's
someone's
firing it
injured,
at people's
You're
houses.
firing at
Oh,
people's
really?
houses, so you're going to do some. You're hitting stuff. They are force damage. So you're going to be hitting doors and windows if you don't hit him. So you will be destroying houses. So
I
you
sort
can
of
do it
point out my hand and there's sort of my fingers sort of glows.
Got to think as well.
Yeah, I
Even if
think
you've
that-
got 120 foot, you are in like a street. So once he goes down, the street isn't just like 120 foot in a dead straight line. Like these are
No.
streets. So he could have twisted and turned anyway. So as you're going to fire him out, even as you go to look, it's not like it's a goblin running over a hill and you're just trying to loop one over to him. He could have been anyway. You don't have sight of him.
No, I just point my finger towards a direction.
Mm-hmm.
And my finger begins to glow with the Eldritch Blast. Yeah. I think better of it and it dissipates.
Nice.
And I just go, fuck!
Nice. So you, stabilize the one that was following you and are in the dark streets with these illusions that flicker and then. How long did it last for?
We taking him back to the druid house to recover. Zaga says with a all of exasperation.
Fuck him. I'll finish him
We
off.
go to school now. There's surely someone in the building.
We want to get paid by the school and we want to bring a body of a child who's tried to take the scrolls from us.
It wouldn't be a
He's-
body if you hadn't have
He's
tried to kill him.
alive.
I wouldn't have tried to kill him if he tried to run away. I didn't know it was a kid.
He's alive. He's
Well,
not dead.
leave him there then.
I'm not just leaving a kid on the street that saw us, knows us, and knows that we tried to kill him.
So you want to take him somewhere so he can identify us? I mean, if that's the case, I can just finish him off.
No, we're not finishing off this kid.
The other kid ran away. He was invisible. I think we should go back to the school.
Spoil spots.
Zaga?
Yeah, sure, sounds good to me. I just posted something in the Twitch chat. I need
Okay.
to be away for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
We go to the school,
Yes. Faywin.
try and get to the back entrance of it.
You saw the kid go. As the one that ran away from you, you notice he dropped something on the floor.
I pick it up.
It is a pack of cards.
Ooh.
As you obviously pick that up, make your way, have this conversation, you notice that underneath the bugbear and the ogre are 2 cards. There's a card underneath the ogre and a card underneath the bugbear.
Can I look at what the cards are?
Yeah. As you look at the cards, you can see that as you pick it up, oh my god, they've got 2 different things on them. They're just normal clubs, but I can't remember which one's which. The ogre is the 9 of clubs, and as you pick it up, the kind of like as the illusion disappears, the card itself, you see like a shimmer just disappear from it, and it looks like a standard playing card. And the bugbear is another one, which I can't remember what it is. It's the 8 of hearts, does the same thing, and you see that the illusion is gone. As you then look down at the pack of cards you've got left, you can see it's not full. Can you roll a d20 for me? Just standard d20.
13.
You have 12 parchment cards left in here, and as you flick through, they are all different suits. So you have no knowledge about that, but you can see that as the ones you've got left in here seem to have this shine on them. So you can put down, for now, that you have
Shiny
a pack
cards.
of shiny cards, and you can identify and do what you want with them after. But you saw roughly what they do. As you carry on. So, you are... One is scarpered off into the night invisible. The other one you are taken to the school.
Yeah.
Cool.
As we're walking,
Yep.
I want to ask them, like, we need to get our story straight here. We've got a kid.
We told the truth.
she's dead.
He tried to rob us, and we knocked him out to bring him here.
And that the other one
Because
was
he
there
was
and ran off.
working with Horatio.
Okay, and we're telling them that he was a bullbag, or
Yes. We tell him
and that
we
we
tell him
killed
that
him,
he rose for a ritual. We killed what he turned into.
and we told the guards everything, or are we keeping that back?
Keep that back until we get that money.
Okay.
While Weaver's away, should we take a pee break?
Yes. Oh, yeah, good point. Yes, so you are heading towards the Arcane Institute in the dead of night with a half-dead, unconscious student. And on that, we will take the pee break and be back shortly. Enjoy, wee-wees. So, you are heading towards the Vatanis Institute. You arrive at the doors of the school at
Wait, you're going to the school at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's like 1:30 in the morning, maybe, but if it'd be that late. With a unconscious half-orc student being carried. I'll play for Arta. Arta will carry him. He's strong enough to do so. As you,
Zaga would have been there for it, but just so we was known, we're going to tell them exactly what happened, i.e. they were trying to steal the scroll and they got attacked, but we're not going to tell them that, and we're going to tell them we killed the bullbag, but we're not going to tell them.
Zaga just looks at Bonbon.
Okay, fine. It's just so that you don't tell them that about the Commonwealth.
Zachary repeats his previous statement.
Yeah, that's fine.
nice. So you arrive at the doors of the Vortanus Arcane Institute. The doors are shut. The lights are off.
I told you there was going to be nobody here. It's the middle of the fucking night.
You
Can we
try
knock?
knocking on the door, and I
Yeah.
think it'd be better to try and knock on the door around the other side.
Nice. So you around the back?
Yeah.
Okay. So you knock on the door at the front. There's no answer. So you go round the back and try and knock on. So you can. There's that gate that you can. You'd have to get yourself over or get yourself through. That was locked. The one that Arta and Otto got themselves through.
That luck. So I need to make a roll to unlock it.
Yeah. It's a simple lock, but yeah, there's a lock at the back gate.
23.
23. Nice. Yes, you unlock the gate. So the gate, you have access to the back garden. How are you guys approaching this? Because you are effectively you're breaking and entering right now. So you'd be aware that at night. So it's like, are you gonna play? You've unlocked a gate and made your way into grounds of a closed building. So just so you're aware, how are you doing it loud and proud? So you are alerting people, or are you not?
I don't know about the others, but I think our intention is to get somebody's attention if there's anybody here.
Mm-hmm.
Only in this building, though. We don't want attention to everyone around. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping noise to as minimum as it can be.
Okay.
To see if anyone's in pain.
Nice. So yeah, you open the gate. The gate swings and it opens. You can hear it like scrapes a little bit, makes a little bit of noise. That wouldn't something you would not notice in the day, but at night time you can hear it that amplifies due to the open nature of this backyard area around the house. It just echoes out a little bit as you make your way into the back garden towards the back doors. As you get there, you hear noise from the inside as the door opens, and they're stood with a light out and a sword in their hand. It appears to be some kind of guard. What are you doing? Get off this property.
This is important.
The school is closed. If you are not here, don't make me have to use this.
This is important.
The school has had a swathe of robberies. If you are not here, you need to. Why have you got a body?
We need help. He's injured. He's a student here.
I can't help. I'm just been paid to look after. I'm paid to guard this building. There are definitely people inside. Do not force your way in. I'm giving you a warning now.
No, we are not.
And I inside check him when it says people inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a grand total of 2.
2. Even with a 2, this guy doesn't seem to be fully confident in his action.
You have important information for Renario. We need to.
There's nobody here. I don't want. You can't have any information. What? If you need to leave. You need to leave now. You can't be bringing bodies in here. Take them to the Commonwealth. Take them to someone that can help. Take them to the druids. Take them to the clerics.
We have a cleric here.
Yes. What? Take him to him then. And he just shuts the door. Poof. You hear the lock go. Please leave.
Oh, Lord.
Zaga, do you have a way of contacting Renario?
No, not today. I don't.
Something seemed dodgy about that guard, though. That's.
Really? I didn't think so.
It's. We need to work out what's going on.
Wasn't a very good guard, was he?
No.
Well, I don't feel the same.
Are you just worried that we're going to get in trouble for this thing?
No, I just don't know what you mean about the. You didn't.
Why don't take the kid to your mum and dad?
Obviously not.
They'll know what to do.
Obviously not. That's not happening. I just don't know what you mean about you weren't sure about that guard. I mean, he just seemed like a bit of a. I don't know. Rubbish
It
guard.
didn't seem very guard-like.
He had a sword.
Doesn't make him a guard. He had no sense of authority.
He's just
He
a
ordered doing this on the
scared
doorstep.
guy who's in a building by himself. When
You
people
assume so,
turn
Hagel.
up with a
Yeah.
corpse.
You, as you're all stood on the doorstep, you above, like from kind of like within these like boxes on the wall, you see these lights appear, almost like a dancing light spell that just light up the back garden, a bit like a security light across the back garden. As you can hear, then he says, "I can see your faces. Leave now."
Renario will
What's
not
it-
be happy about this, but okay. We start to head down. Well, I start to head down back down the driveway.
Where just. He won't tell us where he lives.
Oh, I said, "There's an owl in the corner. It takes a picture of you."
Oh, what an incredible item that would be.
When you go
An hour GoPro.
all of you just like mugshots.
Don't don't want to say I told you so, but
What's the plan?
Arthur, any thoughts?
He's too busy cleaning his nails.
Yeah. Seems like carrying around a school child just like is a little bit suspicious, maybe. We thought about that?
I did.
You wanted to kill him.
I mean, I did kill him.
Do you think maybe someone who has invisibility, could someone carry him and then go invisible?
I mean, it's a half
Cast
orc.
invisibility on him.
You have to cast invisibility on him, yeah.
Oh, right.
When it says everything you're
I
carrying,
can go
it doesn't mean
invisible,
people.
but I can't carry a hat. I can't carry someone that big.
No, but you could make him invisible.
But what happens if someone puts him down?
Is it do you have to concentrate to make someone invisible, Zagger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could maybe just stop concentrating and then he would appear. And maybe we just ask Arthur really politely to not put him down if he has him.
But who's going to walk around with their arms out like they're carrying something but nothing there?
Arthur. He can say he's speaking to his god. He's waiting for a sign with his arms.
I think it's well known in the Commonwealth that Arthur doesn't pray to his god.
Let's just take the boy back to the druid house, let him recover there, and we'll come back to the school in the morning.
Right, or we just leave him on the steps of the school?
What's the plan, Dan?
If someone does take him in, then he can make up some story and we could get in a lot of trouble.
I could pass without trace if we do walk back to try and be stealthy about it, I suppose.
I'm sure the druids will take care of the boy if we explain what happened. Isn't that right, Bon Bon?
Good. Yeah, I was going to say, those of you that are all Hearthian will know that we haven't really touched this. I touched on this bit. The druids, yes, the druids have the druid school and bits, but the druids also operate in the places of worship alongside clerics, where spell services can be purchased. Normally,
Like A&E.
Yeah. It's like a donation to the gods, so they run the churches, but you can go and purchase spell services from the temples, like healing temples. So they have a range of spells. You would know that is a service that provided. Those that are from Allhearth would just know that.
Do we know roughly how much it would be, or only if we know how to use it?
You would assume that it's something that you don't like. You wouldn't normally go and get. It's not cheap for some of the bits. It's in the gold coin price, but you're probably talking cheaper than on par with and probably actually cheaper than like a potion. It's in the like low tens of golds. Because it's donations to the churches, and you can only go and get there, and they're only like level 1 spells.
So there's nothing that our healing can do then.
No. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, no, but it's where you want to leave him for doing anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Though, it doesn't
essentially
matter where we take him. If we want it, if we're going to heal him more and get him up and running again, then it doesn't matter if we do it or someone else does it.
Yeah, no, he is like in a comatose state.
If only we knew somebody who lived in Allhearth.
We're not taking the body of a kid back to my parents' house after you've tried to kill him.
He tried to mug us.
You don't kill them for trying to mug you. You never
Think
grew
about
up
you
in
do.
West London.
So yeah,
I mean, he tried to steal a lot of money from us, essentially.
what's the plan, stands?
just out of character, Faywin will not let you go back to her house. She's already been stopped by the guards 2 days in a row. With Zaga telling everyone about her dad, she's not going to then take the corpse of a child into the home.
Zaga's pretty much said what he cares to say and is disinterested.
And Otter's going to just leave it to the Bleeding Hearts.
What?
I'll leave it to Bleeding Hearts to decide what to do with him, because Otter's already made his stance clear.
What do you think, Mum?
I don't know. I don't know what we should do.
I mean, an Eldritch Blast is free.
What do you think? Kill the kid that someone has now just seen us with, saying he needs help, and then just leaving what? Leaving his where? Where would you put his body?
In the water. I mean, Zaga had the right idea of chopping him up.
I think we need to be open about it. I think if we try and be sneaky.
Wherever we go with him, we're going to get questions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's where you want to go to get questioned.
Is the Druid A&E like when you put a baby at a fire station in the US and there's no questions asked, or will there be
Could be,
questions?
yeah. If you were to leave some gold for like payment for looking after him, it probably is very much like bar fights and stuff. If people get roughed up and they're just like, oh shit, drop them off at the healing temples and then leave a couple of gold and hope that they sort them out.
Slightly different with a child, though.
We say
Well,
these two were like teenage. They were like late teens. They were the same as Horatio.
Oh, what, same sort of
The
ages?
young adults.
Yeah.
We could take him to A&E and then come back to the wizarding school first thing in the morning and say that we've left him with the druids to be healed because.
And then blame the guard.
I don't understand your issue with God.
Well, he could have tried to help us, but he didn't.
Why would he? We were trying to break into the school that he's paid
He
to
wasn't
look after.
trying to break in. We asked to speak to Renario. We weren't trying to break into anywhere.
I mean, if we're being honest, we'd already broken in when I locked back the gate.
It's at this point of the session that we're piss-farting around.
Fine, let's drop him at the druids.
The worship A&E.
Go to sheep. Go to sheep. Go to sleep.
Go
And
find
come
Well, I'm
back.
just thinking if we take him to A&E, this is as we're walking, I see. We take him to A&E, then at least then he's starting to get medical care that he needs. Then we can tell the school that we've taken him to A&E. And then tell them what happened. But at least if we then, we haven't trying to hide the child's body. We've been seen, essentially, by this guard that you have an issue with and the other kid. So we can't be secretive about having this kid now. Let's go to A&E.
Oh, decisions made. Let's do that.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, it's not far from the main druid school, the like cleric district, where there are temples laid out to all of the 9 sisters. So you can find one, and there's obviously like skeleton clerical staff working through the night, but you can find a temple that seems to have someone nearby, and either talk to them and lay their body and give them some gold, or just like lay their body, give them gold and run away. Your choice. Or not leave gold, you can just leave a body, up to you as well.
I guess just say just say that I'll say to the person there that he tried to rob us, and yes, he got hurt in the process, and we wanted someone to heal him, and yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they. You see a cleric druid, one and the same kind of in this place. Kind of goes, I understand. Kind of almost waits expectantly for a gold donation.
Oh yeah,
like
no,
a
I will
donation
pass.
sort,
I will
like a
hand
gold,
over some gold.
as they look at you and just say thank you for your donation. There's like a slightly older human gentleman as he calls in, and someone comes up and they lift the body up, take them inside, and lay him out inside on one of the beds inside the temple themselves, and go and get restorative ointments. But they literally take the gold, take the body, just give you a nod and let you pass. The idea of this is that they want people to come in and help. They're not a guard force, they're not a police force. They are spreading the Nine Sisters and the
Before Dr. Druid leaves,
Yep.
can I just ask, like, how long do you think that he'll be out for?
we would have
No
to.
idea.
No, we'd have to assess what has happened to the young gentleman and go from there. We will provide what we can to get him on their feet as quick as we can.
Of course. Thank you. Eustace.
How much gold to hand over? Or do I
It'll be
count
well.
up?
You would know. Well, I mean, it's up to you how much you. Essentially, the more you paid, the more aids they get. But a normal like cure wounds would be about 10 gold.
Okay,
If you wanted
I'll
to,
hand
yeah, do something a
over.
bit more. Yeah,
I'll hand over 20.
20 would get a decent amount of. Yeah, and they would be able to use like cure wounds and calm emotions and stuff like that to get them back up. But yeah, it's a very good cheapish service. They just don't crank them out all the time. It's just when it's needed, and the gold is a donation towards the gods. The
Well,
running
he
of the
managed to
church.
rob one of us tonight.
Do you want some gold, Ron?
No, it's fine.
Nice. Heading back to. Well, you're right close. So you're going back to the druid
Yeah.
house.
What time is it now?
Probably about 2 a.m. with all the faffing around. So there's not many. There's a few druids that'll be up. There's a few night owls, a few of the guys, and obviously sometimes druids hold their meetings at midnight as well, as you partake to the day before. So there's a few knocking around, but very quiet in here as you come back in. No one really sitting out in groups in that communal area at 2 a.m.
As we head back up towards the rooms, I go to Zag, can we put the scrolls in the bag of holding? Just in case anything happens early tomorrow as well with the other one that got away.
What, you don't trust me while I'm asleep?
It's nothing to do with trusting you, Zaga. I mean, you can do it in the morning or whatever. I just feel like we should move them into a different bag, just in case.
Zaga cuts his eyes at Bonbon. He feels the anti-dragon sentiment he's been feeling a lot of places recently. He's like, do what you want with them. He just throws them at him.
Nice.
Put it all into
One
the
by
bag.
one, just throws them at his head.
Yeah. I need 17 dexterity checks to ensure you don't drop them and break them. Poof, one goes off. It was 5 or you'll die.
The paper cuts.
Nice. So you pop all of the scrolls into the bag of holding.
We should get to the wizarding school absolute crack of dawn.
I suppose
so
what?
it-
Yeah. What?
Oh no, we need
Well-
an 8-hour nap for our long rest. Sorry.
A crack of
Me
8
and-
hours.
Yeah.
Me and Faywin can only need 4.
Yeah, we can get there at 6.
The school's not going to be open at 6, is it? It's a job. People don't just go there at stupid hours. They go there at, working hours.
Maybe they've got breakfast club. Ever thought about that?
I mean, if you want to go and let Faywin negotiate, that's fine with me.
Well, they
There's
pretty much
nothing to
already told us what
negotiate.
the price would be for the scrolls they wanted back, so...
This would be a lot easier if there wasn't a child's corpse to deal with as well. But
I know. I mean, could have just left him.
Zagger at this point shuts his door and goes to sleep. He doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
So does I.
Nice.
I'm elf resting.
Your elf full resting. An elf full resting. Okay. So your plan with the scrolls is to get rid of them all, right?
Yes.
Cool.
From when I said that I was going to do a writing them down of what they are,
Yep.
would I be able to determine which ones I can see or which ones I can tell what we've got?
2 of them you can't. The rest of them
Yeah.
you will be able to. So yeah, it's up to you because they. But I just need to know what. Yeah. If you're going to go through and just sell them, then I can do it as a batch. If you want to go through and work out what they are, because you might want to maybe not sell some of them, we can roll to see what you get.
Zagger wants to sell all of them. That would have been clear before going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine, I won't bother. We'll never know.
Yeah, true. Nice. So
It was 17 with the one we purchased.
yeah, it was 15 normal, and then 2 special.
Yeah, 15 normal, 2 special. Because the one we bought was level 3.
Out of interest, how long would it take if I were to go through the scrolls that weren't super high level?
It would take you 15 rolls of a d20.
Ooh. Okay,
I mean, feel free if you want to do it.
I will.
Good.
There with.
You could
50.
also wait until Zagger wakes up and just ask him to identify them all.
Well, you sleeping for 8 hours, so not a chance.
Yeah, because an identify spell is the only way you're going to know what the other 2 were as well. Because you won't be able to know what those
That's
2 are. But the 15,
138 damage.
15 individual. Oh, 15 individual 20 rolls, not that add them all up.
I just rolled all 15.
No.
And then realised that actually when there's that many, you can't actually see what you've
Your
rolled. You
screens
can
just
just
became
see the
mental.
first couple.
That's what I mean. I need 15 individual rolls.
Oh,
There's
If you
a list of 20
if you hover
spells.
over it, you can see all of them.
I
If
can't.
you go
It
into
doesn't.
the
It doesn't let me see it.
so it was okay. Let me see.
I saw 3 and
There's-
16. That's all I
So
can
there's
see.
a 3, a 16,
Yeah.
5, 5, 5.
Hang on. 3, 16. Oh, does it put them in order?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. 5 times 3. Yep.
Oh.
Maybe not.
4.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
13. 13. 17.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
2, 4, 2.
Okay, so 2 2s and 2 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice. So you have 1 Cure Wounds spell scroll. You have. I can just go through the different spells and you can tell me if you want them or not. So you got Cure Wounds. You got Hold Person. You got Identify. You got Charm Person. You got Enlarge Reduce. You got Mirror Image. You got Dark Vision. Levitate. Spider Climb. And 2 Mage Armors. There's actually a few of my 2s or 3s.
Interesting. I make a note in my diary of all of the ones that were, and I put it in that linguist feat so people won't read it.
Cool. So yeah, they were the spell scrolls you have. Nice. I've got them written down.
Does anybody want them? Any of them?
No.
Sure if you want to keep any.
No, I don't.
Realistically, in character, she wouldn't have just had 17 scrolls and not wanted to know what they were before selling them. So I wanted to see what they were.
Nice. So you go to sleep. Are the elves getting up early and trying to head over? Or are you all waiting to go over together? So it'll be closer to 10. Well, it'll be like between 9 and 10 wake up for 8 hours. And then not 4 hours off that for the 4 hours.
Well, I want to get there before the students will start to come in, because otherwise the other one that got away could go in and say something.
Yep.
I'll come with you. I'll leave a note for the others that we've gone.
Oh, shit. Nice. So you get up. What's your trance? 4 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're leaving at 6. You'll be getting there like 6:30, 7. Cool. As you head over to the Vartanas Arcane Institute on the next day. New day. I mean, write down somewhere. It's a new day. I'm going to write down here. New day. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. Everybody's dead. It's very quiet this morning as you come out and make your way through this early in the morning. Some of the shops are starting to open up. You hear some of the forges getting going. They start about 6. As you get into the Scholar's Crown, you can see that there's the bustle of people heading towards the Commonwealth for starting of work. And the Vortanas Institute. The front door is shut. It's not like open to the public as it normally is when you get there this early. But you can hear movement inside.
Knock.
Yeah. So you are you see someone come to the door, open up, expecting to see someone that they recognise, and then realising they don't, and then realising they do, as it's the receptionist that as well before, who is, I believe, Marie. I keep changing her name.
And was really friendly to me as well. We were really chatty.
Best friends.
She opens the door and goes, "Oh no, sorry, we're not. Do you have a come in? She kind of like beckons you in and then closes the door and re-puts the latch back on. I didn't have anyone down for any meetings this early.
No, we we made some progress last night in what we was talking with Nario about before. So we'll probably get down here as early as possible to speak to him.
Okay, no, that's good. He's in surprisingly early. He was called for this morning, and as you look upstairs, coming up from the office, you see the guard come out with Renario. As Renario's going, I'm very sorry that you had to deal with that. We'll do our best to try and find out what's going on, but good to see that some of the new security features were working, at least, if not all of them. And he goes, well, it was, I took this job on not knowing, and as he looks down, he goes, it was them! As he points to him, and Renario looks down to you two, and then has this backwards and forwards of story. He says, "Okay, these are people that we have been conducting work with, but you were probably right to do so. I'm not sure why they had someone with them. Let me sort this out. As this guard is just like staring at you two as he gets walked down and kind of walked out the front door. We'll see you back tonight, Mr. Baker." And he's like, locks the door. You can see that this is a slightly older, more portly guard. Again, very, very nervous human guard. As Renaro turns to you and says, I understand you scared my new security last night.
We was not planning to scare him. We did not make any kind of aggressive moves. He suggested that we did.
He said you broke into the back gate.
We tried knocking the front door and we couldn't get any answer on the front door, so we thought maybe if we knocked on the back door it may help, because we had vital, important information to give you as soon as possible.
Okay, well,
that's why we're here so early this morning.
I can understand, but you need to understand that also if you turn up to an establishment in the middle of the night and try and break in, and then say you're not breaking in, but you have he said you had an unconscious body. He's like, yes. And then he realizes like,
should we go
Marie
into
is looking at like, huh? He's like, come, and he takes you upstairs to his office, sits down, and as he goes in, he's just like, Marie, can we get some coffees and teas and waters and the usual? And she's like, yes, and he shuts the door and goes, she, lovely as Marie is, she has rather large ears. He said you had an unconscious body and you were claiming to need help. He thought you were crazed robbers. To be fair, we did kind of prep him to watch for robberies, but.
Yes, I understand. It was one of the other students was helping Horatio. We dropped him off to the Druid.
He's at A&E. They're looking after him. We've paid them to help to cure him of his wounds.
And he's like, which? And he takes down the details of the temple, and he's like, One second. And he like rips the note up he has, runs down, and you hear a muffled conversation 2 hallways away as he comes back, like 30 seconds later. We'll send someone over to check on him. Thank you for looking after him. I suppose he was working with Horatio. So please do walk me through exactly what was so important that in the early hours of the morning you needed to speak to us.
I reach into the bag of holding and bring forth all of the scrolls.
He's like, whoa, and like all of that. So yeah, you pull out a lot of scrolls. He is going to ask you how you obtained and the story of the evening. What are you telling Renario?
Faven, it's at Bomb Van.
So we managed to get in contact with one of Horatio's, I guess, personas, that was effectively selling the scrolls that he'd stolen under this persona. We managed to follow him back to where he lived, and when there saw that he was trying to do some kind of ritual that we managed to interrupt to a certain extent, but then he transformed into this abomination that we had to kill.
You see, he just like sits back in his chair. He's like, "You had to what?"
We had to kill this abomination, turned into this huge creature.
Faven gives a
Like
very
something I've
detailed
never
description with
seen before.
tentacles and the eyeball. And
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
stuff.
Yeah, you can see that he's like, this. Yes, we're there. I mean, we have not seen any because we are careful with our exploration, but pushing, definitely taught magic to the limits does sometimes lead to failed spells are dangerous. Magic is dangerous, and
It seemed as though he was recreating the scrolls, but also at the same time trying to take parts of the scrolls to form this ritual as well. So, I guess that's what happened last night. That's why we was in, and as we was walking back through the other student and one other, the thief, I can't remember his name.
The tiefling. And I think I would have known his name from when we did the...
yeah, the tiefling was called Hathos, and the half orc was called Tagar.
Yeah.
He stole the bag of one of my friends who all the scrolls were in. We had to stop him getting away, which is why he was injured to a certain degree. We managed to get him in a stable position, took him to the druid straight away. After we couldn't get in here, but obviously we thought best to do is bring him straight here.
And Hathos, he did cast invisibility on himself. I have to admit, it was a very well cast. And he ran, but I have no idea where he went. I think he saw that his friend get injured, and he split from there.
You see Renario, as he sits back, is going is pale anyway because he's an elf, but going very pale, like, and there's a slight sweat appearing as you go through the horrific events of students being involved, students morphing and being killed, and then further students being hurt on the way out, and just like the spiraling event of what they've asked for and what it's led to. You can just see the shock in his face that death and killing of things is not something that a professor sees on a day-to-day basis. Once already dead and being dissected is one thing, but to essentially, he's like, I asked you guys to go and do something. I now have one dead, one missing, one near dead student.
I should have thought about.
And obviously this is not the way we wanted to solve the issue at all. once Horatio transformed into this creature, there was no other real option. That I don't believe he was there anymore.
He was no longer himself, for sure.
The spells. If a spell has backfired, has failed and mutated, that power has to go somewhere. Many wizards have created vast aberrations from failed attempts with normally beasts and other creatures, but not on themselves. This is a sad day for the Institute. We've lost our students. Where is Horatio's body now then? If he is, have you secured? Where did this happen? Where did this all occur?
This was in, well, the flat where he was staying, which was apparently held under many different pseudonyms.
Within the Scholar's Crown, within the city itself.
Within the city itself.
And this, you can see he's now started to
around
join
near
some
like the
bits,
north.
yeah.
Was it northwestmost?
Yeah.
Sort of.
And this happened within the. How, was anybody else injured? There must have been others in the.
Luckily,
We were able
we
to contain
stopped it before anything else happened. But obviously, that gets the even in that state, that gets the attention of.
The neighbours wouldn't have been happy. He was bashing around, making all sorts of noise when he was that thin.
I can only imagine. And the body is still within the house now. Do we need to go and collect it?
What may be unfortunate for you that the Commonwealth may well have the body, because that's that kind of commotion that obviously attracts the attention.
You see, he slumps into the chair on the
I know
realization.
what that, along with what was happening downstairs, means for the academy.
So the Commonwealth have what remains of Horatio's body, and
surely they're likely to ask you your opinion on it, because they wouldn't know that sort of thing, even, or they wouldn't know where to begin.
In some instances, yes, they do call upon us. Did they have? And this was the house in which you can see he's just like piecing to get he's doing moral backflips in his head as he's trying to work out the scenarios and the things that are in play now with this information passing, and is a little distracted. Okay. Well, this is indeed a sad day. I will let the rest of the faculty know what has happened, and to try and make contact with both Athos and when we've sent word to Tagar to find where he is. Thank you for ensuring he was in the hands of somebody that could look after him. I understand now the urgency, but we went. As you can imagine, I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams anything.
I know. I just didn't know what else to do at that time. I thought that was the best course. I can see if anyone was here. Again, I didn't mean to spook the guard.
Mm-hmm. No, we've one of our measures to introduce to prove to our Commonwealth benefactors that we are indeed protecting the magic that is in play. It doesn't seem that they really want to pay a huge amount of interest into how useful that is, but having a security guard and some protection wards and spells seems to have bought us a bit of time, or at least I thought it had, until potentially I get raked in for this mess. But no, we should have maybe come clean to the Commonwealth beforehand, rather than looking to mercenaries to fix a problem.
I can't imagine what would have happened if the thing that Horatio morphed into had have got out if we hadn't have been there. I can't imagine what that would have meant.
We will try and ascertain. Well, I mean, if the Commonwealth are going to come knocking, then we will try and ascertain what it was that Horatio was trying to achieve with the spells. He must have been attempting something well beyond his limit. And then you see as he's a overactive thinker, as he's now leant back forward, probably stood up actually, and is going through the scrolls, sorting them into levels, into things, and he's cataloguing them as they go, just to keep his hands busy. As he goes.
So are they the scrolls that were missing that you asked us to retrieve for the?
He takes two that you can see, and he's like, yes, these two were the two that we were definitely after, and there's quite the haul of scrolls here. I'm not sure how we're going to explain this one away, but we will keep them here, and we will go forward with an honest foot with the Commonwealth and explain. As he goes through and starts looking, he's like, yes. He's like, there are a few ability boosting, and he's like, I can see that lots of spells clearly were taken, but only from what we had catalogued as missed, that there was only a few. It looks to be the enhancement spells. So yes, whatever he was doing was trying to use spells to improve his magical capabilities beyond his level. Such a bright student. Right. Well, I will get these checked over to ensure they... Of course, I don't think that you would be bringing back, but we will get one of the professors to check through that the scrolls are indeed intact and what we were looking for. I can already identify these two as being the two that we were after you. Picking up, so that is excellent. Can you make your way back here later this afternoon? We don't keep that sort of gold on premises. We are just a school, so we can arrange for the payment of your reward later today, if that's possible.
Could I just confirm how much that would be, as I think our party would want to know?
Yes. You see, he gives you... give me an insight check.
Oh, you cheeky bastard. 10.
10. You see, he kind of throws you a look as you ask for it. With a 10, it's not like a deceivable look or like a sneaky look. It's more of a... There's like a bit, maybe like mild shock in there. As he goes through, but you had a lot of scrolls. So it was 3,000 for the big ones, and then you had 15 standard. Whoosh! That is a lot of moolah. He's like that. Well, from the spell levels that you have attained from here and the rest, that is the lovely sum of 8,500 gold. So we will be, of course, we'll probably have to arrange it to be like in larger denominations. Is that okay for you guys? I'm assuming payment in platinum chest is fine.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could give us some time to get the funds cleared and then meet us back, I suppose here this late afternoon. If you can come just before closing, that would be wonderful, and we can get that all signed off by appropriate parties.
Can I just check what time was the meeting with the Commonwealth? Because I think that's today.
Yeah, it's today. It would be around... we can leave it a little bit open. It'd be like either mid-morning or just after lunch would be around the
Okay,
time.
so it's not going to be a clash of us picking.
Shouldn't be a clash. You'll have to be going there in the day. It would be your daytime activity.
Cool. You met the rest of our party before? Otter, Zaga, Arta.
Yes, of course.
So if one of us isn't here, then they may come. Or would you prefer it to be us to collect the money?
I would probably be more comfortable if you in the majority here
Okay.
to ensure that we weren't, and just the contract was kind of taken on with you all here, so we would kind of like to make sure that we don't want someone else turning up. We won't give it to two people and then have a problem on our doorstep when others turn up claiming.
Yes,
Mhm.
of course. No,
Okay,
we'll
fine.
come as a full.
So we just want to make sure we're safe. Again, this is not something we undertake on a daily basis, so we'll have to get the funds cleared because it's for a job completed. But yes, if you can give us some time, come back just before sundown, before the end of the working day, we can have that squared away.
Okay then.
One quick question before we leave Venario. That's with obviously the Commonwealth finding out about what was going on downstairs. Has the research into that stopped, or has there been any more?
Yes, the body has been confiscated from our from our presence. It's been held within the Commonwealth somewhere, as far as I am aware. And if we are to work on it, we will have to do so in the grounds of the Commonwealth under their guard. So for now, all research unfortunately has had to hold on there, and then we've had obviously a few that problem, and now this one to deal with. So yes, we might be a little preoccupied.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to check.
Yes, it was unfortunate. I think the professor was making good progress into understanding at least the just beyond the basic anatomy of the creature. It was absolutely fascinating. But yes, Commonwealth have come and put a stop to that for now, at least.
Okay. Well, we shall see you later today then.
Yes, thank you, and like I say, thank you for looking after Takar and for I suppose ensuring that our skulls did not get into the hands of anyone else. Although it was, like I say, sad day for the institute today to lose such a promising student.
Of course. I'm sorry for your loss.
You know the way. If you don't mind, I'll stay with the scrolls and get these looked at. If you could see yourself out.
Of course.
As I walk down, can I see any leaflets about any evening classes? Any schedules about?
No, the person if you wanted to talk to someone about it would be Renario. It's not like again.
It's not the time.
It's not. Is it not the time? It's not like an enroll and sign up for night classes, become a wizard today. It's like you have to show certain aptitude and then go and have like conversations with the faculty. So yeah, you'd have to speak. It'd be Renario you'd speak to.
Negotiations.
Not
necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily negotiations. It's not going to come down to dice rolls, but it's just making sure that you're speaking to the right person. Yeah, because if it was just a class to sign up with, I'm pretty sure they'd have a lot of wizards. Where it stands now, these are like for Allhearth, the pioneers of wizards, and obviously this is what should happen for them. Is one of the big. Would probably be described as a big flaw in their like progress as they are making steps forward, and then they're going to have to make steps down as they make steps forwards again. So this will be an area that they have to recover from. But yes, you can find time to talk to Renario when it's maybe later today, rather than after being like, your student's dead. Got a class open.
Yeah. Now you got.
I just fucking murdered three of them.
You want a new student?
You want a new student?
Very good.
One that ain't going to get killed by someone in the street. Yeah, I'll do it.
Because I've got a big butt.
But yeah, you can definitely do that. Nice you two can make wherever you want to, but I'm assuming make your way back to the other guys who are awakening after their 8 hours rest.
They're not going to be happy, Von, that we haven't got the cash up front. I can hear Zaga's little noise, I was going to say.
I'm gonna
Little voice.
go via the bakery to bring some pastries for everyone in the morning.
Sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you can go via the bakery. Get some. You get like at Von when you come in. There's like behind the counter, you get like a knowing nod from a few guys as they recognise your faces. You get bakery, baked goods. Just not if you want to just get a box of baked goods, just knocked off a couple of silver. You can get a big old big old share a box of Krispy Kremes, but other pastries. Other pastries are available. As you two are, you will still be up for a few hours before these two awaken. But we will say we can fast forward to some pastries being eaten, and Zaga and Ottar waking up. Art is going to stay in bed for a bit longer, as is standard. So you're all together in the morning of the day that you are supposed to be going to the Commonwealth.
Good morning,
so
everybody.
The breakfast table and look around for a pouch of gold.
Good morning. How did
Morning.
you sleep?
Zag
Really
looking
well.
for a pouch of gold.
Today's the Commonwealth meeting, everybody, don't forget.
Zag
Yay.
doesn't see a pouch of gold, so he looks under the table.
So, what are you looking for?
Looking for our money.
Which we are getting later today because they don't have that kind of money right there at this time.
Okay, so we still got the scrolls then, yeah?
No, we have not got the scroll. Zaga, we will get paid this afternoon. Don't worry.
Zaga looks very annoyed. How much are they paying us?
Getting
3,000?
8,500.
Each?
No, 1,700 each.
Zaga cuts his eyes again. He's not sure whether he trusts the elves.
Why are you looking at us like that, Saga? 1,700.
You've given away the scrolls, and you don't have any money.
Because
I
it's a
can
school, they
assure
don't
you-
have that much. It's not a bank. They don't have that much gold just knocking about.
I can assure you we will get our money this afternoon, Zaga.
Zaga is still suspicious.
Incite me then. You rat.
Inside me, bitch.
Insanity. Fucking absolute pussy.
No, Zaga will just remain suspicious.
Mhm. Pussy.
Pussy.
Instead, he will go up to the counter and ask if they have any duck.
Roll a d20.
That is a 7.
7. They still don't have any duck. I think you've rolled below 10 every single time I've asked you to roll a d20 as well. I'd much prefer that
Now
on
I'll
text.
speak to the manager.
He's like, manager, there's we all share ownership of preparing breakfast for everyone in the morning. There is no real manager for the preparation. Are you unhappy with
Who's
the
in charge of
breakfast?
ordering the food?
Actually, now I've come to look at it, I don't think you've paid for any breakfast since you've been here.
You haven't had any duck. What would I pay for?
You're not.
They've got pastries over there already.
Okay, so you haven't been partaking in the buffet. It's just I just realised you are not part of the Druid school. You are signed in under Von Van.
That's right.
Okay. So if you haven't had any duck, then no breakfast, there's nothing to worry about, then, is there? Have a good day, friend.
And Zaga decides he doesn't like druids.
Shop.
Yeah. I've decided I don't like anybody in the world. I'm going to sit on my own in the corner. Nice. So you have a fresh day ahead of you. You have agreed to go to a Commonwealth meeting. You will need to source a druid if you want to take a druid with you, because they said they would help, but then no further information was passed to them.
I mean, we've got
I
one,
will
but that's not a real
head.
druid, right?
Another
so-
druid.
I'll head to the druid house to
Maybe
see
Bo?
if Bo's around, yeah.
Yeah, maybe get both.
Yeah.
Send him my love.
Yeah, so you can go and we don't need to roleplay. He is willing. He is very he would pull you aside, Von, as you get there to ask. He's 100% happy to come with, because he is like he's gone like crazy. Join the dots up. The death bloom is moving. We need to do something about this. Now he has all the information. He is maybe the one single font of like death bloom knowledge in the world. After pulling your information, his own information, druid information, and Undriel's information all together, and the notes of Bryn
Especially
that
since
he's
Andrew
made.
is dead.
Especially
She's
since
fucking
not. So yeah, he is like, I just want to get this. Like, we need to start moving on this thing. Why are we not moving on it? It's gone crazy. He's like Greta Thunberg of the Death Bloom. Like, how dare you not move? Do something. But he will pull you aside and just he said like, "Yep, I'm happy to come, But Von, I wanted to grab you. I'm sorry about just kind of throwing you guys in the at the Grove meeting.
It's okay, bro. I understand. Like, we're in a better position than many, having experienced it firsthand.
Yeah.
And if it comes down to, I mean, obviously, we have to have the whole group agreed on what to do going forward with it.
Well, I mean, I foolishly thought you'd. We've been away since I've seen you. It's been such a long time. I forget. But I thought you guys would jump at the opportunity to go into danger again. But I realised that was stupid of me now, and that was me maybe pinning a little bit too much hope on you all. So I just wanted to apologise. I didn't mean to put you out in front of the rest of the druids, but I do think you guys have seen a lot more than everyone else. You are more prepared, and you have by luck or by some other force of fate managed to survive this far, which means there must be something there.
Yes, and let's hope that continues, I suppose.
Yeah, let's not jinx it.
Yes.
But
So,
if you're not happy to do so, this is completely fine. I mean, all of the houses are coming up with individual plans, some crazy, some more sensible, but there will be a one plan drawn together between all the houses. And I suppose in the Earth side, we need to decide whether we are sending you guys in as our force or having to put our eggs elsewhere.
Yes, of course. I say I haven't had a chance to take it to the whole group yet.
Okay.
Appraisal that you've given, but yes, once we've got this Commonwealth meeting out of the way, those discussions can be had.
Yes. So this is to try and bring the Commonwealth up to speed. What am I pitching in at? Going in for Death Bloom and how? I mean, we haven't got a plan yet from the Druids, so we're really on information share.
Yeah, I mean, we need to bridge this gap between the Commonwealth and the Druids, really, don't we? And getting this information through to the Commonwealth as well, and letting them know how dire the situation actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it will help build those bridges and have a bit more communication back and forth, and then hopefully lead to a bigger force in the resolution of this.
Yeah. We're going to have to be very careful about what I say because, Grom won't want us committing too much. But if someone doesn't stick a neck out, then we're not going to go anywhere, are we? So let's go to this meeting.
Let's go.
Nice. So
Do you see Grom while we're there?
you can if you want. Yeah, you don't. That he is about the place. You can, as you move around, you can then see there are lots of people in the house for once. Normally the Druids, as a school, there's some stuff that happens and talks in there, but it's never really super full of people. You're a nature-based class, so there's a lot more wandering, a lot more Druids that spend time outside of the halls. But there's a decent amount of capacity in here at the moment with Druids of all the different sects working together on different plans, pulling together knowledge they have and the right expertise and getting people trying to call people back to essentially sect by sect come up with their own plan to thread into the one Druid plan for what they're going to do. What can we offer? What is our solution? What is the best way that we have of doing that? And that's different per each element.
It's just where Grom notice me and Bo leaving or anything.
No, I don't think he's overly looking out for you unless you want to speak to him. He's concentrating on again their plan, and probably now a bit of a backup plan because of the initial reaction.
Yeah, no, just leave.
Nice. Cool. So that goes on. Is there anything else you guys want to do before moving into Commonwealth meeting territory?
No.
Are you all attending the meeting? Is the question. I'm assuming so, unless otherwise said so.
I think so, yeah.
Nice. Well, it's about time everyone went to a meeting. In fact, it might be the actual first one, other than the one where I had to mind blast a few of you. So I'm sure this will go swimmingly. So you guys make your way to the Commonwealth, the large gated or walled off area where the library is where all of the meetings and bits happen. You are greeted by the guys, not by the guys, by the kind of reception team as you come in, and you're there in advance of the meeting, which is great, and then are taken through to a back part, an area where there are different kind of like council chambers and meeting rooms and kind of like courtroom-esque areas, and sent into like a little green room, into like a little waiting room where Mira is there waiting, and you take Bo along with you as you guys are all prepped and waiting to go in to speak to the council. Mira again asks if anyone has been to see the refugees. Grills Arta again about not going to see and check on them. Kind of would give you disappointing looks on the elves after asking, and you guys still haven't done it, and another day has passed. But that's just who you guys are, right? So she's got a little bit of a strop because that hasn't happened still. But she's prepped with different pits to go in. And you are told by Mira that you will be meeting the High Elven representative who is stepping in for, or who is taking on the responsibilities of Joralf, who is the head of the Commonwealth. The Minister of Defence, one General Carl Stormblade, who you have all been in rooms with.
No, I haven't.
Fawn has not been in a room with. So we know the general. The Minister of Health, who is a half-elf called Elwyn Brightleaf, and the Minister of Trade, who is a dwarf named Brindus Silvervein. I don't think you've met any of those other ones. So as you guys are kind of walked into the council chamber, the room, it is set up like bit like a courtroom, a bit like the kind of like American judicial system. There is this like bank of desks set up. There's probably about 9 seats for about 9 or 10, but you can see split a little bit of a gap between them. Some of them sat closer to each other. With in the centre, Lady Elanara, the High Elven representative, is sat. As you guys walk in, they kind of greet you, but she is sat, and then she has the Minister of Defence and Health on one side, and the Minister of Trade on her other side. As you guys kind of file into a set of seats to kind of address them as they bring up and go through the council meeting. She starts.
Zaga will, as he comes in, Zaga will lock eyes with the general and give him a smug look, like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm in this meeting."
I'm sure that's great. As he looks back with the deaths there at all of you, having maybe been passed some information on events that happened in the night before. As the High Elven representative, Lady Eleanor, starts off the meeting, she's like, "Thank you. We have gathered this committee here today to discuss the situation of the Borderlands folk and their arrival at the gates of Allhearth, how we will provision and how long the refugees will be needing the oh god, I can't remember the words. The provisions of Allhearth and the care of Allhearth here, so the Commonwealth can appropriately allocate resources. And there appears to be another agenda item for obviously the cause of the removal of these people, the uprooting of them from their homes, which we have additional guests in for. And she has all of your names as she goes through and kind of lists you all off.
I'm assuming Mira's there as well, is she?
Yeah, Mira's there, Bo's there, and then it's you guys. As they go through and explain, Bo will give like a 10-15... Mira will give a brief explanation about what happened with the folks. She will talk about the danger of the death bloom coming from the forest. and then a brief run through of like the curses, and then being forced and having to, due to the rate of the Death Bloom's move and the information you had given her, that the Fallen Sentinels took the move to evacuate all of the Borderlands folk, to send them to either Redvant or to send them to Allhearth. They ask questions about about Redvant and what's been going on at Redvant, and the Minister of Trade, the dwarf, kicks in to say that they've had word from Allhearth that from the trade routes they don't have a presence there, so they have to take everything with a pinch of salt. But they have been told that the refugees have arrived. They have the same situation, but are less prepared than we are here in Allhearth. And they have seen the re-arrival of the elves from the forest, who they were told have returned. There's a bit of a scoff from the general at this point at kind of the elves leaving and now returning not that long after. But
Is that the elves of Eden?
The elves, yeah, the Eden elves.
So the ones we met and then they left.
Yeah, the ones that left. So apparently they've returned, and the notes that the dwarf has is that they are restoring some order to Redvant. So they carry on, talk about their situation, talk about that. Then they go on to the Death Bloom, and because you've got Bo there, Bo can go through and give like the scientific, like Nat Geo bloody explanation of what's going on with Death Bloom and the movement of it. And you can see that they have they ask some questions. They ask about the Death Bloom, about the different forms that we've seen. Asked about the rate at which it's moving and where it's currently at. And this is where it starts to get a little bit lax, because Bo's information ends with when you guys brought information. The Borderlands folk have left, so there's no real new information that's been coming in over the past 5 or 6 days other than what's been given. So they've been told it's been moving aggressively. They're told it's leaving the forest. They're told it's going to be creeping out, but nobody has any other information other than what you've brought in. So you can see at this point they start to take an air of like, okay, so this is happening, but it's not close. We have these people here. Our immediate response is to look after the people that are here until they're at such time that they can move back to the Borderlands and their original homes. And at the point they're at in the meeting, that you can see that with the balance of arguments that have been proposed, that the Commonwealth Council, with input from the Minister of Health, Minister of Trade, talking about how they can provide for the people, how they can try and get them into some work, is there stuff that they could do that would help make use and stop. And the general really kicks in on trying to stop thievery, stop crime coming in from people that have no work to do and aren't making any money and being on the outskirts of a city. How we give them something to make them a useful part of Allhearth in protecting them. But their entire conversation is around the city of Allhearth and their resource and planning for that. On what Bo kind of kicks in once or twice with asking them to act on the Death Bloom, and they kind of shut him down. That until it presents itself as a threat that they need to deal with, will not be doing anything. So that's the balance they're at now.
Zaga will stand up and loudly say, "Objection!"
The lady says, Zaga, it's an open forum for discussion. There is no passing here. If you have something to add, then please do.
Well, you've talked about housing and providing for these refugees until such time as they can return to their homes. But if you don't do anything about the threat, how do you expect them to return to their homes?
Fabian nods. I'm very proud of Zaga.
It sounds from your druid accompanist Bo here that there is a plan from the druids to indeed deal with this, which they have more information on. If there is a way that which we could help and we could see how our fossils could help, then of course we could. But this is
objection. You have a general sitting here in his nice shiny armor. What's he a general of? Does he have troops?
The general.
Can they fight a Death Bloom? Because I fought a Death Bloom. I don't think that general's fought a Death Bloom.
There's just like a palpable silence after you stop talking, and then I think when they think you stop talking, you carry on talking. Everyone holds out and waits for a bit. as the general. Oh, the dog is sneezing.
The dog's on the general side.
Yeah, the dog. The dog's getting angry. Go on. Fucking huffed their bed up her nose. As he stops, he looks to the lady and stands up and says, I've already made my objections to you being here. Having criminals inside the council chambers commenting on the future seems ridiculous to me. You talk of fighting death blooms. I have reports here that you are causing nothing but trouble for us. Since you have arrived, we've had nothing but problems and attacks inside the city, causing us to have to look after what is internal. So how about you leave, deal with the death bloom, and then now I wouldn't have to have a problem.
Oh, that's right. Just do it all for you. You're far too important to look outside your nice, comfy walls.
It kind of the lady steps in. She's like, "But we say comfy walls. We are providing as much a safe haven. There is only limited things we can do, and if we are looking after the people, that is our priority at the moment. Our use of resources and what we have available to us now seems best placed from the information presented to house and help keep those that have been displaced, keep them in work, keep them happy, keep them healthy, keep them contributing to a society and keep them safe overall. Sending out our forces from all Earth to and as your druid friend has described, and you know Bo is because Bo's giving it like this big doomsday kind of off speech, like this thing is spreading everywhere, it's moving everywhere. It's kind of like, well, you haven't really presented any way of tackling it. So at the moment, all we have is a big problem and no solution. But what we do have is something we can fix here, which is why they've maybe fixated towards it.
Objection! Sorry, I just love your
I know, you're trying to get... I don't know if you're trying to get thrown out or you're trying to be funny. But either way, they're just like, okay, you don't have to... Like a child, you don't have to keep shouting objection.
May I suggest that the general sends maybe some scouts outside...
Objection.
To report
Maybe we suggest that we throw criminals out of this court, my lady. We should not be listening to those that we cannot even trust within the walls of our city. I have already passed to you a paper to have them removed from Allhearth immediately.
Please, point out where we have committed a crime.
He's like, my lady, please give us the word and we shall detain these reprobates until we can find out what is going on. The fact we are entertaining this is a smite on the Commonwealth and all it stands for.
This Commonwealth stands for nothing if it will do nothing.
Guards, arrest him! As two guards come in, as the lady goes to stop, but she has no power to go in there, except guards will come and try and take you away.
Just me?
Just you. I don't know what you thought was going to happen. No, I honestly don't know what you thought was going to happen.
I was kind of hoping this would happen.
I thought you might be.
As Zagger is being dragged away with his little legs kicking.
Yeah, they just lift you up, yeah.
He will loudly pronounce that I do not respect your authority.
As Zagger is taken out and the door closes and silence comes down, the general is now stood. As he turns back to the other one, he's like, I will be dismissing myself, make it known on the minutes that I will no longer be part of this. We need to protect the people that are here, and that involves removing threats from inside the city. I suggest we remove these reprobates from the city immediately and continue on with our plan, my lady. And she looks and says, General, please. And he goes, just nods, and he turns and leaves the meeting.
Good prick.
As the dwarf is just like chuckling to himself as seeing all this go on. Hey, he always does. He does his means all the time.
Doesn't help make decisions, does it? It's now the more.
So as we stand, so yeah, it's
civilized conversation with it all.
From where I am at, being dragged, can I use the message cantrip still?
Yeah. Yeah, these two are just like laughing at you, essentially, the guards. They're picking you up and just carrying you back to the cell. Which
I point back towards the meeting room, back to approximately where I think Bon was, and I give him the actual sensible suggestion that Zaga didn't get to give, which was that the refugees should be put to work on large-scale city construction projects to enhance the city and give them some kind of employment while they're here. Because Zaga is sensible when he's not angry and beefing with the general.
I'm not sure Zaga is sensible. You hear, he accidentally sent the message into Draconic because he was so angry.
The message did start with objection.
I will not say the objection, but I will say the rest of it.
Yeah, the Minister of Trade, as you go in, and says, "Hey, we've got plans to get all these displaced people, refugees, such a horrible term, get them working on whatever we can. We got many farms, and as we are coming into the spring months, then there's lots to be done. And of course, the General does want a little more defence, so any able-bodied people can be trained up for anything that may be coming. But yes, of course, we will put them to work where we can."
I mean, if they go into the defence, then maybe there would be some people in the city that would be able to help with this, because I'm sure they'd want to get their homes back.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you also, as you say this, you realise you have literally spoke to none of them. So you don't know what they want, or the general gist of the actual people from the Borderlands, of who you are representing at this meeting. As Mira will back up your point and kind of chip in with her, that whilst they do want to be useful, and that she understands that that they want to they want to make everyone have a place and have a job and be able to contribute. Otherwise, all Hearth's going to really struggle. But also that this is not their full-time home. That these people show the Borderlands were the Borderland towns were created because after the war, when Commonwealth was created and people were being forced north. So essentially, where the border forest, I think we've gone through this. Where the border forest was, there was towns there before, and those towns where you were told you had to move south or you had to move north. That was your choice because they put in a forest where your village used to live. So these people rejected the idea of going to going to a large city to stay in their smaller settlements. So they essentially, as a set of people, object to living in big cities. They're a country folk. So she kind of chips in to say, whilst it's good that this is happening, they will want to get home, but almost off your point, Von, that they are not fighters in the main, and that is the Foreman Sentinel's job, is to protect them, to enable them to have a risk-free life, like a life of peace without having to worry so much.
One point Fabian would like to make when she says about we haven't given a solution, but this is what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Objection. No, I'm not being
Arrest her as well. I've come back in just for this.
Is that from what we have, although we haven't seen it for a number of days, what we have seen from the Death Bloom is that the longer that it goes on, the stronger it is. Mm-hmm. And it's really important that we catch it now before it continues to grow stronger, because if we leave it and it grows stronger and then it comes to Earth, because it is expanding at a rapid rate, when it gets to Earth, it's going to be much, much more powerful. And having fought the Death Bloom on a number of occasions over the past ridiculously short amount of weeks that I've had to entail with these lot, it's growing stronger every day. And whilst at the moment Warhearth is safe, and it's great that you're finding places for these displaced people, when it comes, it will take over everything, and there will be no Commonwealth, there will be no Warhearth. It will be completely brought to the ground, like it has with these other villages and these other towns. There's only so long we can hold it off, and I just think that if we were to sort it out now, then it won't be as bad in the future.
Mm-hmm. You can see the half-elf Eloin, the Mischief, have kind of scoffs a little bit, and you see the kind of lady put her hand up and just says, "No, I don't." You make a very good point, Faywin, but I ask you, what does sort it out mean? What does take it on mean? There is, and your druid colleague here has given a good account for what this thing seems to be doing and how it seems to be moving. You have said I've fought this on many occasions, but we have no plan. The druids have no plan. They are the most knowledgeable in this matter. Would be much better placed to be coming up with something than ourselves here in Allhearth. So what would you suggest we do from our position?
Well, if the druids come up with a plan, would the Commonwealth be behind that plan and be able to support that plan?
It all depends on what that plan is. We cannot leave Allhearth without defence.
But also, the longer that this Deathbloom is around, the Deathbloom showed himself to us. We saw it. At the beginning of this, we didn't. It was just annoying mothballs that shot poison and charmed people. Whereas now, he's showing himself. He's becoming confident. He's becoming cocky, and I feel like that will be his downfall. And I feel that with the druids' help, we really have a chance of working together with the Commonwealth and the druids. And we have made other contacts across Ashling that would be able to help in bringing it down once and for all, once the plan's been put together.
I think until a concrete plan is presented on what is being done about this Deathbloom, we cannot, as the Commonwealth, assign our forces to go on a merry chase of a forest being that is many, many miles away from where we are right now, on the premise that it will arrive at some point. We have no assurance that sending any forces will do anything to achieve this. As you said, this is a dangerous thing, and it's not to be taken on by mere mortals almost. The Foreman Sentinels here have decided to move everybody out of the borderlands. Are we not better using our resources right now to protect the people than go on a merry goose chase that will, if not to be rude, but between the druids and the information gathered, have no understanding or way of defeating this thing?
Objection.
You don't have to say objection. This is an open forum.
You want to sit in your hands and do nothing and wait for this thing to come to you? That's fine.
Again, I have to step in. You can use motive language to say sit on our hands and do nothing. We are looking after all of the people of the borderlands that have been brought here to our doorstep without any knowledge or known. We have activated everything we can to ensure these people are safe and secure here.
Why do you think they've come here?
Because
they're not going to leave their own for no reason.
Well, of course, but they've come here for safety. If we are to remove our resources to go on a merry chase, to not sit on our hands, how are we providing safety to them? Until there is a concrete plan.
Like dealing with the issue at hand.
And how will we deal with the issue at hand?
I think the issue is that we don't have a solution right now. But it's good to know that if and when, because it needs to be a when, there isn't an option of an if. We have a plan of some sort. It would be good to know that the Commonwealth, I appreciate that you've said depending on the plan, will be there to support us.
Of course, we will need to see what the brightest minds come up with. This is something that we, within our remit, have knowledge of only from reports that have been passed and goings on that are happening around the city, and what your Druid colleague here today is sharing with us. We need to understand what this plan of action is. At the moment, our number one concern is the safety of the people of Allhearth and now the displaced people of the Borderlands.
Okay, we will go off with the druids. Hopefully formulate something. We appreciate what you're doing for the displaced people.
Is there a way that we can get in contact with you quite quickly if we were to be out in the forest and we have a plan that we can alert yourselves to?
Like sending stones?
Myself would not be the right person. I think on the proposal of a plan, communications and how we will move forward with this will all be detailed out. I'm sure that can be worked out as part of the detail.
It's just that it might be quite quick, that's all. I know that we'd arranged this meeting a few days ago.
Yes, I
at
don't.
our request, which I understand.
I don't give out my personal sending stones just to anybody that comes into me. Do you
No,
understand?
and
I have
that's
to look
fine.
after the whole of the
Well,
Commonwealth if I gave out my personal sending stone to
of
anyone.
of course,
You
I
can
completely understand. I don't even mean sending stone in that regard. I just meant we don't want to wait 3 days for a meeting.
Mhm.
May I also just clarify, your colleague, the general, referred to us as criminals, and I just want it to be known. If you could minute this, please, I say to the lovely minister.
It's a
We are
gnome
not.
lady.
We have not committed crimes. We've, as you can see, we're quite heavily geared, which you don't see a lot in Allhouse. But if anything, we've helped the guards in some very strange goings on.
I agree with you in one sentiment there, that there have been some rather strange things happening within All Earth. I think the general is, again, looking out for the safety overall of the people, but your names have been passed over his desk a few too many times in a short space.
Of course,
I
and I
don't think-
appreciate that he's trying to look out for the safety of the. You know, he
Yes.
wouldn't be doing his job. He wouldn't be a good person if he wasn't doing that. And we obviously value and appreciate that as, as people in Allhurst. But I just want it to be made known that we're here with the best of intentions. We want a solution as you do.
Yes. As I can assure you, for now at least, we will not be passing any bill to remove you from the city. But I suggest that you keep your names off the general's desk for at least a few days, if you to keep that there. There's only so long I can kind of fight the side against him.
And
What of our cousin friend, is he going to be thrown away again?
No, I'm
Now?
sure the general will see fit. He'll probably just be patted down, searched, given a bit of telling off, and then sent on his way. You'll likely be able to collect him on the way out.
May I? Sorry.
You have to.
You mentioned you're the general of health to the scoffing bitch in the corner. May I
Sure not.
just check, with whatever plan that we run, and obviously you're looking after the displaced people, have provisions been put in place for the health for, we've seen a lot of people that have been charmed, for example, that have been poisoned, that have, felt the wrath of this border forest. I just wanted to make you aware that, you might want to think about getting some provisions. I need to say this more politely, but, it's been a long day.
I
Essentially,
mean,
there's going to be.
we are looking after the general health of the displaced people as they're here now. If there are specific, as we are hearing just now, things we should be looking out for, then we can hopefully look towards our friends of the druids and clerics of the Nine Sisters to provide what support we can. But we will do what we can with the resources we have. Again, more information earlier, and maybe we could create a slightly better plan. We have just got a lot of this information today, and I'm hoping the druids are going to have some plans for some of this.
Well, and also, if you have any questions about what we have seen from the ailments of what has happened in the forest, then please let us know, and we can tell you what we've seen, so you can prepare better.
Yes. Well, I mean, there is quite
In
a
that
comprehensive pack that Bo here has provided us with. So we shall go through it and make sure that we can do what we can. But like I say, it'll all be based on the resources we have available, but we will be watching for whatever we can.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
Will aid be provided to places like Redvant that aren't under these walls? I mean, that's what the Commonwealth's for, right? The whole land.
You see both the dwarf and the half elf, the two ministers, look towards Lady Eleanor.
Von Van?
Not the one, yeah. No, they've got their own Von Van. And she says, "Wow, it's good to see that the wood elves are back in play in Redvant. But Redvant has always, in the past, sat on intentionally priced itself at the far reaches of our grip." And as not wanting to be active members of the Commonwealth has missed out maybe on being part of any of our plans. Of course, we will do what we can. We will try and get reports now that the Wood Elves are back in play to see what is happening and the state of Redvant. But it's good news that they are showing face again, and we have a representative that we can liaise with to see how Redvant is getting on.
There are good people there as well. I know you say that they haven't come to the table, and previous dealings with them may well not been as.
Mm-hmm. No, I am aware, and I don't want you to take my comment as anything other than in the political stance that it is. I'm aware that there are good people everywhere, but unfortunately the Commonwealth has a remit to not overstep where it is not wanted. And Redvant has, in the past, made itself very clear that it is not wanting any touch by the Commonwealth, and therefore we have less interaction. In fact, with the elves not being there, we have had little to no contact with Redvant to find out what is actually happening. So, like you say, for us, it's good that we now have eyes on the ground in Redvant, so we can keep in touch with what's going on. And again, we will do what I can, but our resources do have to go towards the Commonwealth people. Mm-hmm. And there is a distinction between the Commonwealth and the country. So, whilst they're the Commonwealth, if you're not part of and not actively participating in, contributing to, you are not part of necessarily.
In a dungeon somewhere, Zaga shouts objection.
Nice. Zaga's getting searched.
Yeah.
So the guards take you
cavity searched.
full rubber glove treatment because you have annoyed the general. So, Zaga Zagazoon. You are dragged off, and dawns on you as you're being dragged towards the cell that even if you are not being held for a long time, that they're going to take essentially the same thing. They're going to take your stuff off you and throw you in a cell for a little bit. What do you have on you?
Exactly the same as I had on me last time, except this time I have a red gem on me.
A red elemental gem. Yeesh.
A red elemental gem. I don't know if there's any way I could try and palm that off before my gear is taken.
Prison pocket.
Oh, no way I'm letting you put it up your bum while you're being dragged off. That'd be like a fucking DC 40 sleight of hand check and clench. I just want to check, because if you try and palm it off and it breaks...
then a red elemental or fire elemental.
Exactly, which would be quite dangerous.
And amusing.
And I stay under my control as long as I'm concentrating.
So, I think... I just see what the time is. So I think it's a good time to say, Zaga, you have your stuff taken off you and are momentarily thrown in the cell without your bag as you realise that you have the red elemental gem on you. As the rest of you, if you have nothing else to throw at the council members, they will dismiss the meeting and send you guys on your way to collect Zaga, and we can pick up that next week.
Is there a dwarf in the next cell?
No, that dwarf's got out. He was definitely in there for being drunk and disorderly. He's not in there anymore, you know. He was the Minister of Trade. He just likes to sleep in a cell. Piss on cobalt.
Maybe could be another one.
There's lots of dwarfs. Yeah, we will end there. So, Zaga, you will have been taking your stuff away, mainly just to, the general will have done it just to try and, especially, humiliate you, teach you a lesson sort of thing. Don't fuck around, because this is what we'll do. But accidentally, he's going to find the elemental gem.
We'll see what happens. It's always fun getting
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Well, if he's just taking my stuff to teach me a lesson, then there's no reason to search it. Considering it was searched the day before. Yeah,
but you're just being processed through. You'll just be like, oh. It won't be him that searches you as well, obviously.
Yeah.
It'll be these guards, so yeah.
What's this red fancy gem?
Whoopsie. Nice. So yeah, you have had the Commonwealth meeting. If there's anything with the council else to go through, but I think that was rather than writing pages of dialect, that was the gist. That the Commonwealth, as you kind of know, are there to look after the Commonwealth people, and at the moment, as you can all protest, and Bo and Mira will do the same protest for helping to rid the country of the death bloom. No one actually has any concrete plan, knowledge, of how to do it. So even if they would say, well, okay, let's go do it today, how are we doing it? No one's got an answer, which is
Burn the
seemingly
forest
problem at
down.
the moment. That's the fire druids
That's
plan.
what the Ember.
Yeah, the
Druids
Ember
said.
druids. Yeah, the current plans from the druids pretty much burn the forest down. I've been writing them up individually as I think of them, as what the different
I
sects
think
would be doing.
Saga's best suggestion was shouted down by the general, which was, send some scouts out and report on its movement.
Yeah, it would probably have been a super good thing to suggest had you not wound him up beforehand. So he jumped at the opportunity to shout
Objection.
Rejecting each other.
Yeah. It definitely would have been a useful suggestion, but that's on you. Cool. So we'll pick up the outcome of that next week. You know where the Commonwealth stand. You know where the Druids stand. You kind of have had a discussion about it. You've got a lot of gold to pick up later. Hoping that there's no ramifications of the other bit that happened. And we definitely there's a general that wants to kick you out of Allhearth. So time's up. Maybe it's time to leave Allhearth before you are forcibly removed. I know. Well,
level up.
You've only got I was going to let you level up, but then you killed a child, so you're going to level down. No, you can't.
Level twice.
So we made sure the child survived.
You just about made sure the child survived. So yes, you will level up. There will be level up now rather than when you leave, just because it's been a while. Level 8. So get your level ups in, your plans for any multi-class stuff if you want to do them. Let me know what they are and we can build them in to what is happening.
Just remind me what we do for the HP again.
You roll whatever your hit dice is and you add that to your rolled number.
Just one hit dice.
One hit die, yeah. So every level you gain a hit die, and essentially as you gain it, you roll it and you add it to the rolled number. All the additional bonuses will be calculated by D&D Beyond.
Nipples.
But yeah, and that's where we are. So if you've got any changes, we'll go through them. We'll get all your cards marked up. I think level 8 for some of you is ASIs, right? You have some abilities.
Yes,
all of us. No one's multicast, have they?
I might be. I'm pretty sure I am.
Potentially. We'll find out next time. Ta-ta. Farewell.
Ta-ta.